Law where we go, we don't go. Not as by law where we go. It's hard to do that part. Not as by law where they go, we go, go. There you go. Or, in the words of Kenny from the great Northwest, 13-3, cause we got Jimmy G. 13-3, cause we got Jimmy G. Fam, what's up? Chat, what's up, chat? Hey, let me remind you, if, the mods are going to be on, I just warn anybody that comes into the chat, especially people who are not a 49er fan, boy, I tell you, we will not tolerate any racist comments. But I have asked the mods to please be easy, allow the other fans to come in for a minute, and then as soon as they get out of line, bam, 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 you know, so it's fun to watch that. Let me say, Shoot 5559. How many was this? Too many fives? Shoot 559. What's up? Jason Walker. Hello. Bo's son. But that's pretty funny. Bo's son's. That's pretty funny, Bo. You can read Bo's son. Read Bo's son. He's funny. I don't repeat anything about that individual. Chris Scott. Ronbo Louder Empire. What's what's it? Cause what's hood? I like that. What's up, Chris? Larry McKever. Am I gonna pronounce that McKever or McKever? 13-3, cause we have Jimmy G. Smokes. Oh, here we go, boy. This is a challenge. Smokes 12 Motu. Let's go. Smokes, man, you gotta call in to me. Give me straight on that name. And there's Larry. Larry says, we out here in Jersey. Niners! I only needed an excuse. No. Jeff Tan, Super Bowl with Garoppolo. Flows off the tongue very easily and naturally. Super Bowl with Garoppolo. Woo! Fam! So let me jump on today's program. As you already know, the 49ers have signed Laken Tomlinson to a 3-year contract extension. They did that Friday. He'll be a card-carrying 49er until the year 2021. And if he's good enough, extend him a little more. He ain't that old, you know. He'll be getting up to $18 million with $10 million in guarantee. That's the only information available for now about his contract. There's no further details. There's been a variety of responses on LT. The decision to extend him, that is. Because, you know, a lot of people wasn't crazy about LT. And a lot of people thought maybe, you know, a lot of other things too. But so today I'm trying to find out, how do you feel about Laken, the Jamaican Tomlinson? I was like, read that on his Twitter. I didn't even know he was Jamaican until I read that. So anyway, and I want to know if you're fine with, you know, with his contract. You know, you're fine with him starting at left guard. We can assume that he's going to start at left guard, mainly because they just paid him all that money and extended him for 3 years. You don't extend somebody for 3 years unless you got plans for him, right? So I could be wrong. Some people think that Laken's going to be depth. But to be fair, Tomlinson struggled early last year, as we know, but he showed progress as the season progressed. I guess that's what pretty much, because you remember when John Lynch came in at the beginning of the season and said, well, beginning of the offseason, he says, I'm not extending Laken Tomlinson right now. We've not seen enough. Well, yeah, he came up with a bunch of reasons, remember? But some of the people think that part of the improvement was due to Jimmy Garoppolo's skills, is why Laken started looking so dang good. But part of it was likely due to simply getting more comfortable, as some people believe as well. 49ers acquired Laken on August 31st, likely in response to the decision they would later announce to place Joshua Garnett on injured reserve. So, you know, they got Laken just before they told Josh will be shelved for the year. Right. So Tomlinson was inactive for week 1, but after it was apparent that Zane Badles was going to get somebody killed. Remember that game 1? He said, Zane, oh my God. So, they had just got Laken and says, we got to put him in now. We ain't got no time for him to train. Because man, you got to, if you don't close that hole in the left side, we ain't going to have no quarterback. So, they put Laken got in. And here's some fun stuff here. PFF had some insights into Tomlinson's performance last season. The first 4 games, LT ranked among the worst under PFF's grading metrics. He ranked 44th or worse among guards each of those first 4 weeks. The remaining 11 weeks, he ranked 40th. So he was coming up. Did you notice? 40th or worse in 2 games and 20th or better in 5. The remaining games, he ranked between 26 and 31. According to PFF's metrics, though, Tomlinson finished the season ranked 32 out of 77 guards. And for the final games of the season, with Jimmy Garoppolo starting at quarterback, he graded out as a top 10 guard. Now, they say it's a small sample size, but it's interesting to consider the possibilities. Garoppolo's lightning quick release, they believe that may have had something to do with it. And generally improved quarterback play over CJ and Brian Hoyer likely played a big role in all that improvement. You know what, though? But improvement is improvement. You got to give LT, you got to give him some credit, right? I mean, everybody's supposed to work together. If your quarterback is sorry, he's going to not only make the front line sorry, he's going to make the entire team sorry. So you can't get mad at Laken because the quarterback got good enough to help him with his job, right? So, he's got a full season under his belt, security in place as a team starting left guard. I'm just assuming that right now. But that remains to be seen as to what he does left. You know what some people are saying, though? They are saying now, arguably, the best guard we have on the team right now is exactly Jonathan Cooper. Now, if Cooper is ready to play, you assume that he's going to be on the left side because that's his most important side to protect the quarterback, right? And they can run that way because if Cooper's as good as we believe he is, or he has been, or he looked last season, you want him rolling next to Joe. And you already got Weston in the middle. So, from the middle to the left, you're looking real good. You got McGlinchey, the rookie, on the right. And some people think that Mike Person is going to be over there next to McGlinchey. So, Joshua Garnett, what about him? See, because I'm looking now, remember the rumors were rolling a few days ago? Joshua Garnett's on the block. Pressure's on him now. The 49ers are considering cutting Joshua Garnett. I don't even know where they got all that information from. But I do know I'm looking at that information that came out on early in the week. And then all of a sudden, a couple of days go by, and Laken Tomlinson's getting an extension of his contract. Is that a coincidence? How'd that news connect like that? So do we know? Because John Lynch does not leak anything. Somebody else may have stole that information and brought it out. But could Joshua Garnett be on his way out? Do you think he deserves to be thrown out? Or shall the 49ers? Because when you think about it, Joshua Garnett has yet to have a rookie season. He came in, midway through the first season when he first got drafted, was that 2016? And he played with Chip Kelly in that madness. He didn't do very well. We were all over him. Then the next year, he doesn't play much. So basically, Joshua Garnett has not had a rookie season yet. So the 49ers may be thinking, you know what, put that boy back here for a minute and let him learn. And then next year, this will be his last shot. He's a rookie. He ain't costing us no money. Other than, he got a larger contract because of the fact he negotiated a bigger one. But he's inexpensive. Let's see what we can do with him. That would be the way I'm thinking they're going to do. I don't know I'm not saying I appreciate that move because they could package him up like some people say. Oh man, they're going to package up Joshua Garnett, Jimmy Ward, and trade with New England to get Gronk. I said, what? I don't think so. One thing we've learned about this team, I don't think so don't apply. What you don't think, they'll do it in a heartbeat. The 49ers are serious about building a champion. And they don't care who goes, but they do care who comes in. But they will get rid of your ass in a heartbeat if they think you're slowing the program down. So we need, you know what? We need to get ready for that. Because the 49ers don't play no more. This Trent Baalke style football of ignoring the lineup and not doing anything about it, no matter how bad they do, those days are over. And if anybody thinks they can just waltz around here and put in 30% on a team that needs 100%, they got another thing coming. So I'm looking like, no matter what happens next, look out! Look out! Ho! Let us go on to the phone. And oh, that's my boy Jock from down Florida way. Hey, Jock.
Hey, big boy. What's going down, Ronbo?
Oh, Jock, man, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in Santa Clara, man, because we ain't getting no breadcrumbs, we ain't getting no leaks, we ain't getting no whispers. I mean, we're watching what's going on. You can only assume. Hey, what are you thinking?
Hey, Ronbo, man, you know, I might be by you, you know, because let me tell you, man, I got one of my boys that, you know, I had lent some money. So that boy, you know what I'm saying, it's been a while, you know, he never give me my money back. So now he came across some money. So he talk about, you know what I'm saying, when the Niners playing the Rams, he getting me a suite over there, man.
Wait a minute, wait. He's got to sweep the Rams, go sweep the 49ers?
He finna get me a suite with 2 other people. You know what I'm saying? I could bring 2 friends. You know what I'm saying? So I could go watch the Niners playing the Rams. Boy, Ronbo, I'll be by you, son.
I tell you, that's a good deal. That is a good deal.
Ronbo, I'll be by you, son.
Good. Because ain't gonna be no Rams sweep.
Yeah. And guess what, man? I want my boy, you know what I'm saying, Ruben, that day, you know what I'm saying, to go buck wild on that running back, boy.
They go get him.
The Rams running back, I want him to go buck wild on him.
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
Him and Malcolm. I mean.
Oh, boy, let me tell you, man. I'll be in the suite watching the game, sipping on my Hennessy. Oh, Ronbo, I'm about to have a good time, Ronbo. I'm about to have a good time, Ronbo.
You will, too, because Rams think they'll come in running Gurley all day long. They got a surprise coming. Kwaski's going to want a piece of that booty. Malcolm's going to want a piece of that booty. Ruben's going to want a piece of that booty. Every time he goes running in that corner thinking he's going to get a pass, Ruben going to be standing there, you made a mistake of catching that ball, didn't you? It ain't going to be no game. They better come up with plenty of plots.
Hell no. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? But Ronbo, man, you know, I would have loved to see you over there, man, on that game, man. For you, you know, for me to know who you is, you know, so like that, I could shake your hand, Ronbo, because, you know, you represent, you know, the Niners empire, baby.
It's too much responsibility and credit, but Jock, I appreciate it, fam. Thank you, man.
Yeah. You know.
Oh, man. It should be a good night. So you gonna be at both games now? You telling me?
No. That one game, he finna pay me that money back for that one game.
Oh, he owes you.
Yeah, he owed me some money.
Oh, now I get it.
Yeah,
and that's how you're collecting.
So now, he wants to repay me back. You know, because it's been like almost 3 years since he haven't got me my money back. So now he came across some money. So he talked about, okay, you know what?
Take you to
I
the
know
game.
you're a big Niners fan. I'm getting you a suite with two other people. You could bring 2 people with you. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? You go watch your Niners.
Ooh.
You know? So I picked up the game between Niners and the Rams.
You know what? If you ain't got that box full, Cynthia wants to go and be at that game with you. This is funny because you announced this publicly. Now everybody, ooh, I want to go. Nathaniel, I got it now. Nathaniel said, Ronbo don't understand what he said. I understand what he said now, Nathaniel. He's got a suite He's set up. He gets 2 more people to go with him. Oh, my God. Sounds good to me.
What can I tell you, Ronbo?
Boy, your friend,
What
he
can I
must have
tell
ran
you,
across
baby?
some
So
nice cash.
I'm about to see my Jimmy G in action.
Sure are. And if it depends, you know what? No matter which game it's going to be, the Rams going to definitely get. I mean, the boys is in trouble. 49ers are built to beat that team. They're too slow, and they ain't gonna be able to keep up with the speed. I can't wait.
Rumble, we gonna be a machine this year. We gonna be a machine, nasty all over. We talking about offense, defense, D-line, everywhere. We gonna be nasty. You know what I'm saying? Because I know them boys up front. You know, John Lynch and the Niners are paying them big money. You know what I'm saying? So they could protect Jimmy G back there. You know, and you know what? I wish we could have met New England for Jimmy G to show Brady how you like me now. You know what I'm saying? How you like me now?
There you go. Wouldn't open that door when I came down to TB12. What's wrong with you, man? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You know, so, but hey, eventually, you know, like they always say, they always make the playoff. So it's cool. We get them in the playoff. You know what I'm saying? We'll get them.
You know,
eventually we'll get them.
Yeah, but Tom is talking like he's getting ready to hang him up. So, you know, I saw him on Oprah a few days ago, and Tom's telling Oprah, you know, I can now actually see retirement. As before, I couldn't, but now I can see it. So Tom is already thinking now, if I get my butt beat this year, I'm done. I got a feeling this is it. So if Tom goes to the Super Bowl, they win it, he'll come back till, like he's talking 44, 45. He'll be back 43. But if he loses, I think this is it for Tom.
Yeah, I think so too. But at the same token, I think he upset because Bill Belichick don't want his trainer to be part of the New England.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yep, I know. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where, you know, Tom is upset about. You know, so that kind of pushed him to retire. So the minute they do that, it's gonna be a rebuilding thing because I think Bill's gonna wrap it up also. You know what I'm saying?
Too.
So that would be it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we could forget about that New England bullshit.
I just wonder who'd come in and coach him next. It'd probably be Jim Harbaugh. Hey, I got first dibs on that team. Here comes Harbaugh teaching New England.
They might bring our old GM to go their GM over there.
Our old GM
over there. You know what was his name? The one you always
Trent B.
It might be Trent over there.
That would be hilarious. Hey, Jock, we gonna go. I tell you what, man, I'll be back tomorrow. It's Monday Night Raw. I'll be looking for you. All right?
Hey, okay, yeah, I'll do that. But Ronbo, I'll keep you posted, man, for that game, before that game, all right?
All right. Be listening, too. All right,
Ronbo.
All right, talk to you later. Jock's got a suite. Now, you didn't say, you know what, he means suite in Levi Stadium. Do you know what a suite costs at Levi Stadium? His friend won big, or he ran into, not money, but he ran into Brinks. Hey, Pedro!
Oh.
It's that Pedro! Pedro out in Atlanta, GA! What's up, Pedro?
What's going on, my brother?
Good to hear you, man. I'm telling you, I haven't talked to you in a while, and shucks. You know?
Oh, I know. Good to hear you too, brother.
Yeah. Pedro's the president of the Atlanta chapter of 49ers Club. Pedro, tell you what, man, you know what's going on, man? Wait, what are you thinking here tonight, man? I'm looking at my offensive line. I thought I had McGlinchey on the right side. I thought I might have had Cooper or somebody next to him. I got Weston Richburg in the middle. I thought maybe Jonathan Cooper on the left side, and on the right it was and then Joe Stanley, of course. Now all of a sudden it looks like them guard positions are definitely up in the air. What are you thinking, man?
Well, I'm gonna give you my take. Kind of hard to play GM when when actually the man is the one controlling everything right there at Levi. Mm-hmm. But my opinion on this will be that let him go through a training camp, because a lot of things can happen. You and I can give what the best position, who's gonna be there, protecting Jimmy. Mm-hmm. But it just takes one play to take somebody's knee out or an ankle or something happens. And I mean, you don't want to think about that. Yeah. You really don't want to think about that. But let's be realistic. Things happen during training camp. I mean, the Chargers just lost a few players. Well, not a few players, a player. There were other teams that just lost players for the season. And this was no pads training. So, I mean, we have to just be ready just in case something like that happens. I'm glad we have that. I'm glad we have people that can actually step forward. And that's the thing I'm happy. Yes, we have personnel, but remember, here comes the Cats. Who's leaving? Who is actually going to be the key player that you're going to try to retain? Who can you actually say, okay, we can afford letting this person go? Because right now, like the last caller said, we are talented from top to bottom. And it's going to hurt see somebody actually be released and then suddenly, he got picked up by the Rams. Or he got picked up by the Seahawks. And all of a sudden they're stuck. Yeah, and that's going to hurt because you're like, oh, man, we're in the division. It does hurt. But, hey, that's business. Football is a business. We just have to go with it.
That's a good point. And that's why I'm pretty sure Joshua Garnett is not leaving like some people would like to see. Because, a lot of people, Pedro, don't want to give Joshua Garnett any time to develop. Just get him out of here. He's a bust, right? But go ahead.
No, I agree, because even for me, when he was drafted, because apparently the Seahawks went to draft him. And,
I know.
We got him. But, yes, you hit the nail on the head by saying we haven't seen his entire potential. He hasn't done a whole season. So, I mean, it's just like, I don't want to say dead weight, but, I mean, show that why you were drafted. And we haven't seen anything yet.
And you're right. Pete Carroll is on the phone probably right now calling John for the 50th time. John, listen, what do you need? I'll take Joshua Garnett. You just tell me what you need. And because they need an offensive lineman, how bad? And Joshua Garnett, they wanted in the first place, and now they can get him. Especially the 49ers throw him out. The Hawks would pick him up that night. Oh, man. Yeah. And then all of a sudden we'd see his potential on the wrong side of the ball, the other side of the ball. So, yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It
should be an interesting season.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I think all of us are. Every single 49er fan is. Yes, of course, you have people that are immediately thinking that, we have to be positive, maybe 8-8 at best. I mean, you have to believe in the team.
Right.
Yes, we want them to go to the playoffs. I mean, but we have to have that. Yes, we can make a mentality, and the team feeds through our energy, and that's why I get pissed. I get pissed when I see we're having a bad season, and all of a sudden you see fans from other teams taking over. And the reason why I get pissed is because those are season ticket holders, kids. How in the world they were able to get a hold of that seat? And that, for me, it pisses me off. Are you kidding me? I'm flying from Atlanta to Levi to go watch a game. You're telling me you're living there and you're asking to make it to the game? Are you fucking kidding me? It pisses me off.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, it's the kind of thing that goes on with a lot of fans. If the team is not doing well, unless you have a real deep love for your team, you just don't pay any attention to them. We get that all the time.
But then the word faithful, it cannot disappear to that person. It's like, how can you call yourself faithful when you're not even there? Come on.
Yeah. It's just like when I look at the Warriors. The Warriors got, I mean, you walk up and down the street seeing jerseys and everything else. I didn't see this a few years ago. Before the Warriors started their dynasty. The Warriors, nobody's talking about the Warriors. Everybody's laughing at the Warriors. Everybody had Kobe on their shirt, you know, and go back here. It was all about Kobe for the longest time, pretty much all over California. Now Kobe retired. Yeah. Stephen's taking over, I guess. You know, so you know that's cool. That's the way it goes. You know, it was Michael Jordan before Kobe, so yeah, this is the way it is.
Yeah, and football, it happens. It happens in every generation.
Yeah,
it happens every year.
And you know, and one other thing too, Defensive Player of the Year. Already, they're looking at D-Buck, his third year, because, you know, Jeremy Atachu, they're talking more and more about him as being the X factor coming off that edge. This is all D-Buck needs. And he needs for Eric Armstead to stop clowning around, stop getting hurt, stay in the game.
Oh,
because I got a feeling Solomon T is going to be solid.
That's another one that you're like, you thought that both Forrest Wagner and Armstead, you say, oh, these two huge twin towers are going to be able to do it, and all of a sudden one crumble. It's like, you have to be kidding me.
You know, they're not meant for this kind of actually defense, but DeForest Buckner's versatility allows him to play in the 4-3 because he's really violent, especially against the run, and don't let some one-on-one situation get with him between him and the pass. So he works in a 4-3. It's Eric that's got to go ahead and prove that he can, because we know Solomon Thomas is going to progress this year. I'm pretty confident saying that.
Oh, yes.
So you just got to get Eric to get his butt in gear, and we're already ready to roll then.
Oh, yeah. You're right. And I'll touch you. I mean, and I believe in the Chargers, he played the Leo position. So, I mean, you needed that. You need the push.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, we're going to start seeing more people trying to copy what Jimmy is trying to do with a quick release. Well, we have to put that pressure up front.
Mm-hmm. And get him out of that pocket, make him move out. Because now we got a secondary, Pedro. The secondary and that now the quarterback has to look twice. He has to hesitate. He cannot just be bombs away like they were last year. If he does, Richard Sherman will have his ass. As will, most likely, Akello was getting better and better last year. I could suspect that's going to continue. I'm not even worried about Adrian Colbert. So now that gives our defensive front just a little bit more time to get to that QB. Because remember, our boy he missed sacks by split seconds because of a quarterback that got rid of that ball.
Hey. Yeah, because he saw the man open. And I'm going to tell you one thing. And this goes back to 94 when the Niners signed Dion. Because, you know, when it was 90, 91... 92. I hated Dion. Every time we played the Falcons, I hated Dion. And at the same time, something inside you will tell you that guy will make it good in our team. Well, they got him. I hated Richard Sherman. I want to tell you how much I hated the guy. When I got the PS game where he was in the cover, I ripped the cover off and I threw it away because it's like, that guy is not getting inside my house.
Yeah.
But now he's in the team. You gotta respect the way he studies the game, the way he coaches the new guys. So pretty much it tells you that yes, we hated him to that, but it kind of makes you understand what he was doing. He will always use the mental warfare and try to get into somebody's head, and that's his weapon.
Yeah, and it
worked the opponent.
And he's kind of
because look how Crabtree got offers in the NFC Championship.
I still don't believe that. Pedro, we got to go. I tell you what, fam, appreciate you getting in there, Pedro, because, you know, we talk online all the time, Pedro and I, but he doesn't get in the program that often. So, Pedro, appreciate you taking out some time for us today, fam.
Okay, my brother.
All
Let's do
right.
that.
I'll get back to you shortly. All right. Have a good night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. All right. Hey, and there's Jordan Kelly. Jordan Kelly, I was getting a kick out of you. You said Solly and Eric Armstead sucked. You know what though? I'm going to tell you the truth. I was a little concerned. You know how this thing about I want Southern. I want the Southern players on my defensive unit. But these guys are going to be okay. I've learned to accept that. All right. DJ Jordan says, I skipped family dinner for this stream. Jordan! All right, fam. We appreciate having you, all right? You ought to go ahead and call in, too. Jason Walker, you think Cooper's going to work out? Jason, I do. If he can get healthy, he's really... Did you see that game last year we played against Dallas? Did you see who that was giving DeForest Buckner pure hell? That was him. When we picked him up and I realized who it was, get out. We picked that dude up? Okay. Anybody can give DeForest Buckner hell. That means everybody else is a piece of cake. So I'm saying, upscale photos from DeMille. Have an awesome show. What's up, DeMille? And 49ers and Rockets Rider, come on and get these Niners hands. What's up? I'm on the Niners Empire. Yes. Timmy No Thumbs. Garnett should be our right guard if he starts to fail. Cooper will play at right guard, no biggie. Maybe. I don't wonder if Cooper can play both left and right guard. With offensive linemen, they're better at one side than the other usually. We'll see. Patrick Cotham, 26 years old and improving, it sounds like. Have we got it? Which one of our guys is... Are we talking about Tomlinson or are we talking about... How old is Joshua Garnett? Okay, well, I'm going to leave that there. Reaper, underline Cobra 96. Sounds like a car, man. I'm fast and furious on that one, boy. Reaper, Cobra 96. Don't get me started shifting gears. He says, hi, all the way up. Yes. Balzac, T. Badger. All this looking good so far. Yeah, that's true. We ain't got nothing to cry about. Everything's it's a process. Kim Boutro, sup? Go hard. Says, y'all remember how... Oh, were you spelling Indomitian? I like the way you did it. Go hard said, forget about all those weird arrangements of vowels and consonants. He just writes it, Dominican Sue. Did Joshua Garnett, in the very first play they lined up against each other, you had Garnett coming to the sideline talking about he knocked my contacts out, he's soft. True. And remember, there's a shot, a camera shot, a big Joshua and Sue leaning up against him, trying to get around him. He's got potential. I'm telling you, Joshua Garnett just needs some time to develop. I really do want him to stay. I hope they don't have any plans on getting rid of him. But just like Pedro pointed out, we don't get rid of linemen that have potential. All of them stay on the team. Somebody can get hurt. Knock on wood. Toya Scott, what's up? This big kid, Toya Scott, we say hello to the 49er Empire. Toya! Yeah! Daniel Garcia says, Niner fam, Niner Empire. Yeah. Niner Joe, Empire. What's good? What's good, fam? It's all right, man. Look at that. Oscar Castaneda said, let's go for a Niner shout out from Merced, California this year, 2018 Super Bowl. Jimmy G, the King Goat. Niners! You know what I did last night? I watched the game again for I think that was number 15. The 49ers versus, the best display of the 49ers was that game, not so much against the Jags. They just beat the Jags' ass. But it was Tennessee. That was a rock'em, sock'em, back and forth. Who's going to win this game? The team that reaches down the deepest and wants it the best. They get to the fourth quarter. The 49ers had a little over a minute to go. They did not lay down. The 49ers went after them. Boom, 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 moving down that field. Got within field goal. And Robbie Gould. I'm telling you, Robbie Gould is a bad, bad man. If he continues what he did last year, man, we got gold. 50 yards out, Gould. I love them camera shots. Gould's got some kind of leg. That ball looks like a pea in the air. How hard do you have to kick a football to make it look that small? That ball's flying up and blow up past the goalpost, into the stands, out into the parking lot, hit the freeway, and kept on going all the way to Southern Cal. Oh, that dude can kick. Right between them uprights. 49ers win it. Oh. I'm going to watch the Jags game tonight. Oh. Hey, let me see James. What's up, James? Come on in, man. No, I get carried away.
What's happening, Mr. Ronbo? How you doing, sir?
Man, I tell you, I'm doing great, man. Every time I watch some replays of the games, I see how good the 49ers are. And I keep saying they were raw, James. They didn't know what they was doing. Not really. They was just winning on fire and desire. They had an outstanding quarterback, but there wasn't nobody dropping the ball. All the runs was looking good. People were getting open right and left. Jimmy was hitting people, threading needles. I said, look at them. Wait till they get to know what they're doing. Wait till Garcon gets out there. Jerick McKinnon to the right. Oh, with all that. Okay, James, let me let you talk. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
That's all right, Ronbo. I mean, I know you elated. I get that same way about this team sometimes, man. And not sometimes, but basically all the time. And today, I was watching NFL Red Zone replay, and we were playing the Texans. Man, look here, man. You know, I think if Soul Train was still on, I think Jimmy G would have got an invite. Okay, just for the Soul Train line, he is that smooth when it comes to that. The footwork and movement. You know, he was actually making Jadeveon Clowney was looking at him like, you know, like he was saying to his teammate, like, man, I can't get to this dude, man. Something's going on here. Somebody holding somebody or something.
Calais was saying the same thing.
Listen, he had him. It's like one play, Jadeveon Clowney was reared up, chopping at the bit like, oh, yeah, I'm going to smash him on this one. Zane Beadles chipped him. Jimmy G just like slid like 3 feet forward like he was on a skateboard or something. Jadeveon Clowney was looking like, man, what the? You know what I was going to say after that. But, I mean, he had that, man, what the? Look on his face, you know? Well, let me tell you, though, man. It's, I see it right now. I don't really see us even. I was listening to you and the other two callers, and I don't see us getting rid of Garnett, man, because Garnett just turned 24 this year. Mm-hmm. He's going into his 3rd season now. Okay, he's played in 2 different offensive systems. This system here is more fitted for him. I mean, he fits in this type of zone scheme blocking runs and stuff like that. And I'm just going to tell you the truth. When you think about it, of all the players we lost via trade or released them, Zane Beadles, okay, had a pretty decent contract. Daniel Kilgore had a pretty decent contract, and we just had signed him. Mm-hmm. And then Gary Gillum, okay, Gary Gillum couldn't stay healthy in Seattle, and we turned around and signed him to more money again, and then we let Trent Brown go.
Yeah.
So really, that's those 4 players were basically that's our depth, because right now, besides our starting O-line, we don't really have a lot of depth. I mean, yeah, it's Eric Magnuson, who I do believe what a caller said the other night about he's a better guard than he is a tackle. Mm-hmm. And I think they brought in Persons for depth only because they also still got another center that played for the LA Lambs back in the day. Tim Barnes, I think his name is, but he's like a swing old lineman. He can play
no,
tackle off. I mean,
they released
Tim
Barnes.
Oh, they did?
They got rid of Tim. You know, they got Mike Person, who's going to be the swing. Right. He's going to be the center. He plays more than one position, so he'd be the guy.
And then they also signed 2 undrafted free agents, and the boy Allen Knott, a center, and then the developmental guy Gloucester, I think his name is. Another 6'7" kid.
Yeah.
That's
huge.
And they're gonna wind up, putting those guys most likely on the practice squad. But I mean, to me, I really do think that they're not. I don't think that Garnett is really the problem. I think that to me, they make me believe that they're looking at this situation with Jonathan Cooper. Maybe it's something now that they see in Cooper were kind of like traits of Trent Brown or something since he's been there. And you can't really, as great as the guy is as a player, it's kind of like saying to yourself, oh, wow, we got a great player in Jonathan Cooper. Yeah, but the best player is an available player. And he's been to like, this is his 4th team, man. The Cardinals drafted him. He turned around. They traded him to New England. New England said no. He went to he went to New England. Yeah. Then he went to Dallas. Mm-hmm. Then he went back to New England, and New England put him on waivers again.
Wait, he's been to New England twice?
I don't know if it's. I don't want to make. I want to be right on this. I know he played. Maybe it was the Cowboys that released him.
I know his last stop was Dallas because, as I say, last year he was working DeForest Buckner. So yeah, he came from there, but he gets hurt.
And this is his 4th team here already, and you're talking about a guy that's maybe 26 years old, 27 maybe.
True, he's not old.
The thing is, to me, we got Garnett for that rookie contract that he signed. This is going into his 3rd year. If he prevails and shows us what we need to see this year, I think they will extend him. I really do, because the next, Joe Staley has got like maybe another season after this one left. Yeah. Then they got to start. Yeah, they got to start planning on who's going to wind up playing right tackle, because most likely they're going to put McGlinchey on the left to make him the left tackle. Then you've got Garnett. You probably got Garnett and possibly Gary Gillum and maybe even Eric Magnuson. But, Eric Magnuson is a better guard than he is a tackle. So, it's yet to be determined. But, I mean, right now, I look at it like this, man. Somebody they're not sold on. And if you ask me, it might actually be Gary Gillum and Jonathan Cooper. Gary Gillum,
I get the feeling Gary Gillum is hiding throughout the complex every day. Because I look at the photos of the 49ers training camp all the time. Mm-hmm. I've not seen any photos of Gary Gillum. Maybe one or two.
I looked on the roster the other day. His name still is on the roster.
He's still on the team.
I haven't seen him in like none of that team activity in the weight room or on the field.
Where's Gilliam, right? Yeah. No, Jonathan Cooper, I can tell you what happens to Jonathan Cooper. Jonathan Cooper, they're trying to keep him on the shelf because they're paying him $4.95 million, right? So they want to make sure he's fully healed up. He's on the mend.
Ronbo,
whether he's ready on opening day or not, I don't know. He's supposed to be ready for camp. If he doesn't make it, the 49ers aren't taking any chances. So that may be another reason why they signed Tomlinson too.
Not cutting you off, that 4.5 million you said?
4.9, yeah. 4.95.
It's for 1 year, right?
Yeah, it's only a 1 year contract. It's a prove it contract, right?
Right. And he's still got in order for him to get I don't know if you might have looked at the guaranteed money part on that, because he's still got to play a certain amount of games.
No, I didn't.
In order to get that money. I mean, because even look at Tomlinson's contract. It's for 18 million, but it's 10 million guaranteed.
Right.
So if you look at 10 million with a 3-year extension, then really that's only like 3,300,000 a year, which is basically a backup offensive lineman money.
But at the same time, the guarantee, you know, the 49ers are like a lot of teams, pretty frugal about that. Now, if I give you that much money, I need for you to work. Which is, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking pretty much he's going to play somewhere in a starting role. Where is the question?
I do believe that, I don't know, but to me, I don't, I think they're buying into what Garnett bought into what they asked him to do, losing the weight, getting much stronger. And Garnett basically fits that mold, that type of offensive lineman that Kyle Shanahan wants. You understand? So to me, it could be, I don't know. I think, you know, maybe John Lynch has mulled it over with Kyle and said, you know, did we make a bad decision with this guy Cooper? Because this is his 4th stop, man, in like less than 4 years.
Okay, but James, remember, it wasn't about his playing ability; it's his ability to stay healthy. Now, I think that's why they gave. I think that's why they gave him. He's definitely not a bad football player. If you can keep him on the field, you got a really good talent. But he gets hurt walking out the bathroom.
I was about to tell you.
Think about Jonathan Cooper.
Onto the practice field and be like, "Hey, coach, I got to go to the trainer. What's wrong now, man? I think I done rolled my toe back or something."
You know that? Yeah, no, really. He did. Cardinals tried so hard to keep him,
and he was a 1st-round draft pick for them
early in the 1st round. So as I say, he can play now, but the problem is, can he please play during the season?
That's exactly it.
You come out preseason, oh, there goes Jonathan. So the 49ers are watching him, and they're telling him, Jonathan, we're not signing you for more than 1 year because, quite frankly, we think you're a great football player, but we don't trust you.
I do.
Well, Cooper, you know.
To me, I do believe that it's 3 players that likely will not be in 49ers uniforms at the start of the season.
Yeah,
Number 1, I would have to say Jimmy Ward. Okay, just because of the talent they've got and that $8 million hit
price tag,
it's too pricey. Okay, it's too pricey. Then the next one, because of all the linebackers that they've got, I think Eli Harrell might be the odd man out also. I really do. I really
killed
do believe
Eli again.
Yeah, because of Corey Tuma, as well as. And I do think one of the reasons why they let Elvis Dumerville go is because Dakota Watson may even get more playing time. You understand? When you got one of those really great defenses like they're putting together, you got to have depth though also.
Yeah.
Understand? You got to be able to rotate 4 guys in every 2 plays, and these 4 guys are a different set of players than your starters, but they're playing just as well. They're holding the point just as well as your starters. But to have that great defense and to keep it going for a whole, let's say 18 games, okay, including the Super Bowl, you gotta have the depth there. And I don't know. But to me, they signed all these guys and these linebackers especially. You got Ataochu, and then you got Corey Tuma. Then you've got Elijah Lee, is still a young linebacker from last year, and they re-signed Brock Coyle. So, I mean, to me, it just looks like they're going to give it till the preseason, and after the preseason's over with, they're probably, and it might even come in the 2nd game of the preseason, because I got a feeling Ward as well as Eli Harrell are going to start in those preseason games. And if they don't see what they want to see, and you see a lot of Jeremiah Tauchu as well as Eric Armstead playing that Leo position, then you'll know that something's in the making when Eli Harrell doesn't play as much in preseason. It's like a bad omen that, you ain't hurt. I mean, you're healthy enough to go in the game, but now all of a sudden you're not playing. Because it was kind of.
Or James, I just want to interject right there. Also, you got two guys. You got Atachu and Cassius Marsh, who I think they have the spotlight on as far as coming off the edge. I understand they're the ones who take all Leo's shots in practice.
Yeah.
And Eli, I think they're still going to leave him at the Sam. They said he sets a decent edge. But if he's not good in coverage, which I'm not sure if he is because I never paid much attention. In fact, Eli was that guy that was kind of invisible on the field most of the time. So, and Peter Talmapinu. Somebody please explain to me what Peter Talmapinu, what's going on with him? Can he play Leo?
This is another thing with Peter. Another linebacker that I couldn't think of right then. But now at the same time, they went and drafted Fred Warner. Now, as long as Ruben can keep himself together, and stay out of trouble by God's will, let's hope and pray for that. And, and I think everything was a wake-up call. He's going to be fine. But Fred Warner, Eli Harrell can set the edge some, and at the Sam linebacker, he's okay. But he gets lost in pass coverage also. Now you got this young hybrid linebacker that's great in pass coverage and can stop the run and hold the point of attack. So why would we still have Eli Harrell on the team? And then they want to play Peter Tampoa too. So it's going to be interesting.
That's what I wondered. Do they really want to play Peter? But the 49ers keep their cards really close to the chest. You don't know what they're thinking. They don't really expose until the last second, and you hear this impact news.
Yeah.
Laken Tomlinson extended for 3 years. $18 million with a $10 million guarantee. I'm saying, what? Really? Yeah. So, we get that from them all the time.
But, they, like I said, too, though, they look at the salaries that they terminated. Daniel Kilgore, Zane Beadles. Gary Gillum only gets, he only gets like 80% of the guaranteed money.
Yeah, Gary is. Gary, you know what though? Gary makes the team. We don't have any tackles. With his athleticism is why he's getting by. He's too tender though. If Game comes out in the first series and gets hurt this year though, if I was Jed York, I'd say, listen guys, I don't want to get into your business, but let's stop fooling around with Gary Gayham, please guys. That would be it for me.
Send him on down the way. Make sure
I'm just spending my money for what reason? Yeah.
Because he won't be. To me, I don't know. One thing about it, when you have to understand too, Russell Wilson in Seattle, he's actually, there's times when that running around looking for the deep man down the field is great, but it's also a risky move because the bad side about it, you can't have offensive linemen running 12 and 18 yards from the point of attack where they're backing up to protect the quarterback. Now he's going north. Now he's going south. These guys are just running around. No sooner than they get tired, that's a 300 and something pound man that as soon as he gets tired, he's going to twist the ankle or blow a knee out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he does.
And James, some of them might even fall backwards and give themselves a concussion.
Oh.
God
James, let us go ahead and stop, James. I'll be looking for you tomorrow, right? Have a great night,
problem,
James.
Mr. Ronbo.
Appreciate you.
Love what you do. Niner Empire, Niner for life. And God bless you for all that you do for keeping this show going, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Have a great evening.
You too. Yeah. I think James brings up an interesting point, too, because we did re-sign Daniel Kilgore and at the same time told him goodbye. And now you have the situation where Tomlinson gets a contract suddenly. But you know what? The timing is different. Kilgore probably got that contract in the year because of the bromance he had with Jimmy G. I I'm kidding, of course. But you know what? Jimmy and Jimmy G were really tight for a minute, weren't they? I mean, they were really close. There were more hugging scenes going on with Jimmy G than you see. Well, TMZ hasn't caught Jimmy G out hanging around in public with as much as Kilgore and Jimmy G were close. It's a business. These guys understand that today we might be in the same house. Tomorrow I could be gone. So Jimmy G, I understand he's bonding real well with Weston Richburg as well. So I guess it's all good, because I worried about that actually for a minute when they said Kilgore was out of here. I said, ooh, whoa, why did you guys do that? Because I agree, I didn't say Kilgore was all that, because Kilgore was not all that. He was okay, but he wasn't really all that good. And then I seen film on Weston Richburg, man. I said, oh, now this guy knows what it means to block, and he takes it seriously. Anytime you get your center, because you know, between Daniel Kilgore and Solomon Thomas or anybody else on the defense, there was never any disagreements, any breakouts or fights. And Weston Richburg, Solomon T come running up in his house, and there was a problem. And I says, oh, we have an offensive lineman with some attitude. Because Solomon T come running up on him. He said, hey, back up, man. It's practice. And you know who I am? First round draft pick Solomon Thomas. I will beat your... Don't come... You know. So I said, oh. Now I want an offensive lineman. Because as bad as we talked about the Rhino, you know, I had no problem with Rhino. Wasn't all that great, but he was pretty good. But he had a heavy... Alex Boone had an attitude, and that's what I appreciate. Anthony Davis, out of his mind, complete cycle. If you put Anthony Davis on a sofa, I guarantee the doctors would come back and say, well, I can tell you right now, I'm going to prescribe medication. I'm going to want to see him every 3 weeks. Because Anthony Davis is out of his mind, but that boy would beat your ass if you try to hurt his quarterback. Him and Alex Boone would hunt dudes down during the course of a game if they got out of line. See, I like that. And yeah, Ayupati wasn't a mean guy, but he was very good. And Joe Staley's always been Joe Staley. Remember that game we played? Was that the Titans? One of them, I can't remember, was that the Titans? One of them got out of line, and Kaepernick was over on the sideline, and the dude went over there and smacked Kaepernick as he's standing on the sideline, smacked Kaepernick all the way across the street, right? Joe Staley ran across that field and grabbed his ass, had him in the collar, holding him up, and was just giving him a business. It took half the 49ers roster to get Staley off of that dude. This is why I do appreciate, now you know, if somebody gets out of pocket with Jimmy G, ooh, it's going to take a few minutes to put that fire out. Because you got Westberg who's got issue with it, and you know how Joe is. McGlinchey looks like a kind of a guy, if Joe's in trouble, he's got his back. So it can be kind of interesting to see those aggressive defensemen coming in and all of a sudden getting told as they line up, you coming here now? I got something for that ass. So, you know, I'm looking forward to the offensive line and what they look like. Because you know what? It's a character thing with the offensive line, too. Ooh, let me see what you're talking about here. Niner Empire, what's up from Byron Brown? He said, what's up? What's up, fam? Oh, Angel Cortez. And you guys caught me, too. Angel Cortez said, yeah, Ronbo's laughing as he reads that line. Angel, you know, you guys, I can't repeat it, okay? Because you know what? Everybody cannot maybe buy the best equipment all the time, okay? Come on now. I got to be nice. I can't be talking like that, but very funny, Angel. Thank you. Hey! And Eric Sanchez! What's up, fam? Eric, everybody wants your hat, man. You know, because, like, nobody can find it. You know what, though? I think you can find Eric's hat if you look around. Man, you'd have to look on... Did somebody tell me they went on eBay already? They couldn't find it even there. That's a hard hat to... Eric, man, it makes you so special to own that workman hat. 49er worker hat, man. That's hard hat. Love it. And Jesus is my king on the house. He just wanted to interrupt this locally scheduled broadcast to say... I'm glad I read that before I said I couldn't say, because, you know, as dark as I am, Even I would turn red if I read with the rest of what Jesus, my King, just wrote. So we can resume broadcast now. Let's see. Where was I? Anyway. Yeah. No racism, guys. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. So that's why I'm saying, we got an offensive line that I think has the right character and attitude to go forward with what we got planned next, which is to dominate. You see, because a lot of people don't believe in the 49ers even still. That's why I like to sit, and I send my brother clips all the time of highlights. Sometimes I post up highlights of the 49ers. I like to send my brother clips. I have one brother that's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. The dude is trying to tell me about Mahomes. I say, Kenny, you gonna tell me about Mahomes? Yeah, man, when y'all come to Kansas City, we got something for that ass. Kenny, only thing Kansas City has is a loud noise. Patrick Mahomes ain't gonna do nothing this year. Last year he was okay. And I mean okay with maybe a C+. He ain't ready. Let me tell you something else. Your team made a mistake getting rid of Alex Smith until he was ready to go. Shut up. And you know who you're talking to, man? Yeah, I'm talking to you. So we went on back and forth. He tried to tell me Tyreek Hill is going to smoke us. He's talking about his defense being, I love it. Oh, and we got somebody on the phone. Oh, Lawrence Barker, I'll be right there. Lawrence Barker, Hawaii loves the 49ers, brother. Everybody in Cali, I don't know anybody that doesn't love Hawaii. We love you, fam. Everybody throughout the Niner Empire should love Hawaii is special. I mean, one of our favorite defensemen come from Hawaii, man. Big D Buck. They go there every year. It used to be with Michael Bennett. They didn't go this year though, huh? Travis Merlott. Could we just have rotations to guard like our D line? Maybe. Jordan Keller, Ronbo Sports, Terrell Owens, and Des Bryant can both sign with the Raiders because players only go to the Raiders in their careers. Can you see it, man? Al Cabron says, Sup, fam? 4RM the 559. Daniel Andre. We walk into Los Angeles week 16 at 14-1. How you going to feel then? You know what? On this day, we could say we knew we was. We knew we was. The Rams ain't ready for what's coming next. Jack McKinnon is the factor here. The receivers, we know what they can do. And first of all, nobody can cover Marquise Goodwin or Trent Taylor. I'm sorry, they just can't do it. So this is why I'm loving it. Okay, Travis Merlott, easy to trade when the contract is renegotiated. Yeah, that's true. All right. Eric Sanchez, thanks, fam. Yeah. Hey, it's HBK, the icon, the showstopper, the HBK. What kind of 49er are you again? I love the way you describe that.
It's Mr. San Francisco is back.
Mr. San Francisco, there it is.
What up, Ronbo? What up, kid?
Hey, fam, man, I just sit back here and tripping on the future, man, because I shouldn't watch 49er games before I come in here. I was watching that game. I was getting all pumped up. I said, look at Jimmy. That pass he threw to Kittle up the middle. HBK,
hey,
that ball was thrown into a window that was no wider than Kittle's body between two defenders standing up inches away from Kittle, and he put that ball in there and it didn't touch either one of them defenders, only Kittle. I said, what kind of shit is, how does he do that? Roll it back?
Ronbo's like, did you understand you just made a rhyme just now?
I'm a Kittle up the middle. That's his nickname.
Yeah, man.
Kittle up the middle. Boom.
Hey, as far as our offensive line, Ronbo, I mean, it's like, who do you see being like our week one starters and stuff, you know? I mean, it's like I could see Joe, McGlinchey, What's that dude we picked up from Dallas?
Richburg, the center?
No, from Dallas.
Oh, yeah, Jonathan Cooper. Yeah.
Yeah, Cooper.
If he could just stay healthy.
Richburg.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, what do you think of Joshua Garnett's and stuff, chances of making a lineup and stuff? Is it like slim and none? I mean, how do you score that, Ronbo?
I speculate thinking that Jonathan is being looked upon by Kyle Shanahan and saying, he's got a lot of potential. I just need to work with him a little longer. In the meantime, I'm gonna have to take my time with him because he's got all what I need. I just need to get him up to speed. Because just like I said earlier, he hasn't had a rookie season yet. He came in midway through the season with Chip Kelly. He didn't play the following year. He's back this year. For all intents and purposes, that's still a rookie fresh out of school. He hasn't had enough time yet. He hasn't had any time with Kyle Shanahan. That's a complicated offensive system. Veterans have to focus to get that system down. So that's what I'm saying. They can't be too quick with Joshua Garnett. They got to work with him because I believe he's got great potential, but he's just got to be worked with. So they make the mistake of getting rid of him because the Seahawks are just waiting. They are waiting. You let him go, and he's a Seattle resident right now. We wanted him in the first place.
Yeah.
And I know they're waiting.
I mean, it's like, now that you mentioned Ronbo and stuff, it's almost like we got to be careful who we release and stuff, because, like you just stated. I mean, it's like, Pete Carroll, Seattle, it's like they're so desperate at this point where they're looking to get any kind of scrap that we throw away just so they can, try and, use them to get even with us whenever we come to Seattle or whenever Seattle plays us, which ain't gonna really make a bit of difference. Because, in the reality of, Seattle, Pete Carroll, they're desperate men trying to do desperate things, to keep their stronghold on the NFC West, which in reality and stuff, they've been lost their grip, and now this season it's going to come back and bite them in the ass and stuff because, that Seattle is basically living on borrowed time. And Arizona, they're not even a factor, but I'm not going to sleep on Arizona. But my main concern is, getting past, the Rams and stuff, and dealing with them. I mean, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of the Rams. I mean, I respect LA, but I'm not scared of them. So let's just get that straight.
No, we have to. They won the division last year.
But for the most part, Ronbo and stuff, I'm just looking to, see who we got, in preseason and when training camp starts and stuff. Because training camp is like what? Towards the end of next month?
25th. Yep. 25th of July.
I'll say a month from now.
Yep.
So it's like, it's like how do you see our training camp battle shaping out, position by position? I mean, it's like, how do you see that shaking out as far as who can be the week one stars and stuff versus who could possibly be backups or maybe like practice squad material?
That's a tough one. Because you know what? HBK, let's just start beyond quarterback. Let's go into the running backs even. Okay. We know Jerick McKinnon's starting. Right. We pretty much feel sure right now that Matt Breida will be behind him, right? But what about Joe Williams? Is he done? And what about the new kid, Jeff Wilson? I think Joe is kind of like
the wild card because he showed something a little some flash in preseason last year, but for whatever reason and stuff, it's I guess answers that only Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, and the front office know about that we only could guess or speculate on. But Joe Williams and stuff, he had some flashes and stuff, other than the fumble problems.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I can see him as
you can't let that go, especially at the rate he was fumbling. I couldn't believe it.
I mean, so that was just in practice, or was it, during the game? Because I didn't see that in the game.
No, he did. That last game we played against, was that San Diego? Or who? We always play San Diego last, right? Some game.
Yeah, we all played Cards.
It was a Kansas City. Anyway, no, Kansas City, he did well, actually. That was the first game. He really looked good in that game. It was the next game, and he took him one game off, and he came back, and Joe could not. They handed him the ball, and I don't know if it was nerves or what. He could not hold on to the ball. Nobody even hit him a couple times. Joe's just dropping the ball, trying to pick up. I'm looking at him in horror, like, Joe, get a grip, man. What is wrong with you, Joe? I was just yelling and screaming. What? And he just couldn't hold on to the ball. 49ers knew everybody was watching, too. So everybody thought he was going to get cut, remember? And instead, Cal says, Joe sustained an ankle injury. We put him on the IR. I says, ain't nothing seriously wrong with his ankle. Okay, but I like Joe. Good. Shelve him. Work with him. Let's see if we get his hands together. Because there's been some other running backs in the league. Adrian Peterson still has fumble issues that they eventually get it under control to become very productive. So I'm thinking the 49ers may be thinking that way. They begged John Lynch to trade and get him. Or else, no. Did they trade up to get Joe? Did they? Yes.
I think Joe was like, second round? No?
Third round.
Well, I mean, he was like second or third round, right?
Yeah. So, you just can't let that kind of player just cut him,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And that kid, Jeffrey Wilson, he's pretty talented, HBK. I watch his film. I'm going to see what he looks like in camp.
Jeff
Wilson. I could be overrating him, but he looks like he fits Shanahan football to the T. And he got Mostert, but Mostert's going to make the team anyway. Because of his special team stuff.
I'm gonna go and check him out.
Yeah, Jeff
I'm
Wilson.
going to check him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like see, I pull up this YouTube highlight.
Yeah.
It's like we covered offensive line, we covered running backs, receiver. That's pretty much this kind of like pretty much a lot. Say 1 through 4 is, or maybe 1 through 5 is a lot.
1 through 5 is a lot. There's the issue right there.
So number 6 kind of like the wild card.
All right, let's look at it. You got Garcon and Goodwin. They are a lock. You've got also Trent Taylor. He's the lock. On your 4th position, more than likely, you got Pettis for sure. Okay, so number 5 is more than likely. I don't see anybody past beyond 5 being better than Kendrick Bourne. So now you have that battle between Dunbar, Richie James. Do we have any other receivers?
My man, Victor Bolden.
Who?
Victor
Bolden. Yeah, he's in the mix. Okay, that's 3. You got also Aaron Burbridge. So there's a lot of guys.
Mm-hmm.
So who gets that number 6?
My money's on Victor.
Who gets the number 6?
My money's on Victor.
Yeah.
And I know you how Richie and stuff.
You always say that. I don't have a preference after Bourne. I'm just saying, I wonder, and Bourne ain't completely safe either, probably, but I just wonder who is going to stand out, because there's Dunbar that may be the big guy. He could just go crazy in preseason. If he does, he's probably going to win a job. So because he's 6. What is he? 6'4"?
He's 6'4"?
6'3", 6'4", somewhere in there. Is it?
Where's
Stephen Dunbar? He's 6'3", goes 202. So, this is the kind of guy that everybody wants to see the 49ers get. Is he going to work, or is he just a big guy? Because, Kyle Shanahan has this thing about guys who could quick run nice routes and get open. You got to be able to gain separation.
I mean, I'm going to say it's like, maybe he can fit the Mohamed Sanu, criteria. Because, Cal had Mohamed Sanu, and Julio was like, what, 6'2", 6'3", Julio?
Julio's like Dunbar, about 6'3", 6'4", somewhere in there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's like, I'm going to look, go ahead, do some highlight, searching on, one you say Jeff, the running back is Jeff who again?
Jeff Wilson. Yeah.
Okay,
Dunbar's got some.
And
Dunbar? Yeah, he's got some sweet highlights, too. For me, though, Dunbar's on the ground too much. Every catch he made, every now and then you see him break after the catch and go. But normally it was either the quarterback was really bad, or like I say, the receiver's all over his ass because he can't separate. Now, I appreciate the fact that he can win the jump ball, but in the NFL, you can't always out-muscle guys because the defenders is every bit as big and strong as the receiver. So if you can't gain separation, you're at immediate disadvantage in the NFL. You got to get loose. And Jimmy's going to throw you open, so you got to run route. So when you run that route, Jimmy's counting, boom, you're supposed to be right there. If you're not, you're making Jimmy look bad, the play's not going to work, and we're not going anywhere. So, red zone's another story.
I mean, it's like,
if you're in the red zone fighting for the ball and you make a catch, okay, good, we got a touchdown. But other than that, I don't see Kyle taking him.
Okay. Well, until then, my money's still on Victor. And if tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, we'll go ahead and cover the defense out of it.
Yeah, all right. Because both sides, we got some battles, HBK. We got some battles. Woo! That's going to be a smoking camp.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Wide receiver, running back is going to be a battle. Offensive line looks like it's about to turn into a battle. And then you look at Fred Warner in the linebacking situation. Is Fred Warner going to be sitting down? Is Eli Harrell going to hold that job down over to Sam? Or are they going to move Fred over there because he's capable of playing that position? He's got the size needed. It's crazy.
So it's like, is the Sam linebacker, does he put his hand in the ground, or does he be like, pretty much like Navarro Bowman?
No, he'll be upright because the thing is he's got to go back in coverage too. This is why another thing where Fred Ward has that size perfect, 6'3", 250, I think 250 somewhere in there, 245, 236 to 46 somewhere in there. See, if your receiver's thinking of running route that way, Fred's gonna get his ass. But Fred is also good at reading defenses. If you're running plays across the middle of the field, Fred will get you. This is why I'm thinking the 49ers are probably going to want eventually to run Fred at the mic and let Ruben be the roving linebacker that can pick and choose his spots from the weeks. There's so many options, man. Because Ruben, he knows how to read a defense as well. But Fred's even more sharper at that, it sounds like. So you let Fred sit there and dictate, put people where they need to be. And then Ruben's watching the line and stalking like a wolf. And if you got a run coming up, Ruben knows where it's coming. He'll be there. We got a definitely aggressive, fiendishly scary linebacking crew. Whoo, man. So we'll see.
So it's like the Mike linebacker is kind of like, the middle linebacker?
He's the guy who commands the defense. He pretty much tells everybody what to do. Here's his position. He can read the defense.
What Patrick Wills used to do.
Willis, yeah. They're orchestrating the defense, from their position. They've got the good sense to know what's up next. And that's why Willis, him and Bowman were up because Bowman also had a sense for where the ball was going. So they were an awesome duo. Whoo, man, they were smoking. We may have that again.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
All right, HBK.
Looking forward to it. All right, bro.
All right.
But check you out on Monday Night Raw, and all right, stay up, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right, bro. How you saying?
Yeah. All right. And Eric Sanchez says every game we win this season, I'll give you $1 per point. We win by. So if we win by 5, I'll send you $5. Eric, man, you're too cool, man. That's a what if we win by 40? I'm just kidding, fam. Nobody's gonna hold you to a deal bet like that, but thanks. Oh man. Because we do actually some high-scoring games coming this year, though. Because you know what? That offense gets in sync. They're going to be very difficult to control. Because like I was saying, I don't care what anybody says. Marquise Goodwin is not. Every game I've watched, I've realized Ramsey couldn't deal with Marquise. The Rams didn't have their people out there, but they couldn't have dealt with Marquise either. The Jaguars, that defense is good secondary. I'm just saying, you think Garcon, I got a feeling we got 2 potentially 1,000-yard guys between those two. Shoot 559. Mike is going to want to prove he is tough. I can't wait to see the tank on the offensive line. Yeah, I know, right? You're right about McGlinchey. He's going to want to prove to everybody that he fits in. He belongs. George Wallace, sup? And you George. I love the name, man. It's hilarious. Come on, George Wallace. We at Roberts' offensive line will be a beast. Kind of agree. Definitely agree. David Atkins. How do I get hooked to be able to get on the show? Dave, you want to do a one-on-one? Dave, go ahead and write rombosports@gmail.com. Rombosports@gmail.com makes it easy. And we'll go ahead and set you up. We'll talk. All right. Hey, let me get one more go hard. Calling it right now. Seattle picks up any of our DBs, and they're for sure picking up Victor Bolden when he gets. I know, you know. Because Victor's a great return man, if nothing else. Special teams, ooh. Yeah, he wants calling. David Atkins, okay. Hey, Dave, you want to call in? Call in right now. Dave, you got the app, right? All the information's right there in the app. Yeah, you got the phone number, you got the PIN number? Yeah, okay. I didn't know what you were talking about. All right. You got the Ronbo Sports app. You can get it real quick. We'll hear a few minutes. We'll wait. Get the Ronbo Sports app. You'll see the phone number and the PIN number. Call in. We'll see you light up on the screen. You can come in like James on our Zoom, or you can just call in. Either one. All right. Hey, and let us go to. Are you serious? It's Rudy. What does he want? Yes, Rudy.
How you doing, Ronbo?
Oh, Rudy, I'm doing great, man. I'm thinking about playoffs and Super Bowl and what we got to do to get there. Yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to check in. I know all you guys missed me.
Yeah.
I wanted to just check in and ask you what you think about the reports that Jimmy Garoppolo struggling with the snap count. Didn't look good in minicamp.
Yeah. And I knew.
What do you think?
I think that I knew you'd appreciate that. But you need to know Jimmy Garoppolo's learning a new offense, a very complicated offense. So if you get excited about that report, live with that report, enjoy it, embrace it, because it ain't going to last, Rudy. I'm sorry.
Well, on the other hand, I'm hearing golf looks amazing in the camp.
Well, and golf is in his second year. He's in his second year with that offense, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right, but I told you. We'll see what happens. I told you before. I told you before. You weren't very high on golf. You said that he couldn't beat you by himself, and he's going to prove you wrong. You know, like you said, it was his first year with McVay, and in his first year, he led the NFL. He helped lead the NFL in offense, led the Rams to the division title. Second year, he's going to take the next major step, get to the Super Bowl, and then we have Big Sue, and we have Akeem Talib and all those guys.
I kind of think that offense was pretty much about a running back. I mean, I could be wrong, but I kind of think.
Well, we used to say the same thing when Troy Aikman was handing off to Emmitt Smith, and Emmitt Smith would take off, and then Rodney Peete would come in when Troy Aikman would get hurt and have better stats than Troy Aikman did. So we would say the same thing, but all it takes is that W. That's all we need. But McVay is amazed at the speed and quickness of Cooks, and so we got a monster brewing in Cooks. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are up to the challenge. I can't wait for Game 1, and I'm going to call back after we win. Yeah, and I'm going to have you guys eat some crow pie.
Hey, listen, and make sure you call back. Even if that does not happen, because we'd love to hear from you.
No, I will. I told you that before. I give you guys a lot of grief because it's a rivalry, and I'll call back if you guys. Let's say you guys beat us and you slam us and we look like crap. I'll still call back to get to eat my crow.
All right, you got it. You're on.
But okay.
We'll answer your phone.
Okay, Rondo. I love your show. All right, 49er fans. I hope you guys, everybody stays healthy. And I want to see you guys. I want to see you guys rise up, and I want us to be the two main teams in the division again, like the old days.
Whoa.
And nobody gets hurt, hopefully.
Now, there you go. Now look at Rudy being polite today.
All right, Rod. You have a good night.
All right, Rudy. Good. We'll talk to you later. Oh, you see,
that's a
little crazy. Rudy coming in being civilized and polite. I guess he's just rude on the chat. Nighthawk.
What's up, Rambo? What's going
Hey, you
on?
Nighthawk. You. What's up with you, fam?
Same old stuff.
We'll see. We'll sit back here and we're trying to get over Laken Tomlinson getting a big contract. And what does that mean for Joshua Garnett's future? It's kind of a crazy thing. Don't know what's up next. We got position battles all over the field, Nighthawk. Nobody knows who's going to start on opening night. It's crazy. Just like last year, I kind of think the same way, huh? Except for quarterback.
Yeah.
Same thing this year, except for quarterback. You know every position. Yeah, we know nothing about any position except for quarterback. Yeah.
Yep.
3 offensive line spots. What the guards?
I'm looking for the season this year. We're going to beat the Rams. Why?
You and I both know that. They got to get beat, Nighthawk. We're built to beat them. You know, Richard Sherman had a field day on Jared Goff when they first played him. I understand Jared Goff has got in his 3rd year. But if they think they're going to launch balls down the field to that boy named Cooks, I want to see this. You see, we got somebody who can run as fast as Cooks. As soon as Cooks come running downfield, thinking he got everybody beat.
Okay, Rams got Cook. Okay, I want to see what Cook going to do.
Mm-hmm. Because Adrian Colbert is waiting on him. Got the same amount of speed. And as soon as he runs into Adrian Colbert territory, if he makes a catch or if he gets anywhere near the ball, Adrian's going to light him up. And I mean light him up bright. It'll seem like the 4th of July out there in the middle of November.
Cook beat Sherman.
You know, I got a feeling Cooks would be smart enough not to run route on Sherman's side of the field. Yeah, see, Nighthawk, this is the thing. Most guys aren't going to run. They're going to try to run mostly on a kilo. It makes only sense. Why do you want to mess with Sherman unnecessarily? There's going to be some guys that do. But for the most part, Sherman takes away one side of the field. And he'll continue to do that, especially when he gets healthier than he was last year. So now you got people working one side of the field. It's going to be a lot of a kilo. But I think he's going to be up to speed.
But I won't be shocked if Goff get intercepted by Sherman.
I love it. Love it. I don't think they're going to challenge him too much. Not the Richard Sherman we got coming back this year. But, you know, you got to run routes. They'll try to run a lot of underneath stuff, and they're going to try to run Gurley. We're waiting for Gurley. We're really waiting for Gurley. Todd! Hey, Nighthawk, you remember that night when we we started the season off, the year before last, we started the season off with the Rams, and Todd Gurley got buried on every play. What do you have, like 20 yards? I understand it was Jeff Fisher's offense, and it sucks, but Gurley knows about the 49ers beating his ass.
Yeah.
Bam. That's it, deep to left. And Gurley is out of here. Yeah.
We will see who eat crow. We will see who eat crow.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. Man, I can't wait.
The Rams going to eat crow.
Yeah. I got to look at the Rams schedule, and I wonder who they play their first game. Anybody in the chat, what do the Rams play first? I want to make a prediction. Because it'd be funny if the Rams, when we see the Rams, because I think the 49ers are going to end up being winning. They may lose 1 out of the first 6 games. And the only one they might lose might be many. I can't quite wrap myself around Minnesota being, I don't know what to feel about that. That defense of Minnesota is tough. But then our offense is tough. We already see what they did against the Jaguars. So, you know, kind of hard to figure this one out.
Well, like I said, we're going to be like, we might lose 3 games.
Wait a minute, Nighthawk. I think the Raiders and the Rams play the first game. Damn it! The Rams gonna beat the Raiders to death. God,
yeah,
they get a night off to start the season. Damn.
Well, they're gonna beat Oakland. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna beat the brakes off the Raiders. Got John Gruden there running old-fashioned football. That's all the Rams want. And that sucks. I wanted to see him get an ass whooping on night one. Hey, thanks, Kofefi. I just caught it, man. Damn it. That's all right. Yep. Both teams will be 1-0 after the opening night. So, you know. But Nighthawk, it's not our problem. Nighthawk, who you got starting? Is Joe Williams going to make this team?
Hopefully he does.
Worried about him. I like him.
I mean, I hope he does make the team.
Even if, you know what? Even if they have to put him on, you can't put him on the practice squad because another team will probably pick him up. Joe's got to make the team,
Seattle pick him up. You know, Seattle's going to pick him up.
I know, right? Let me count them out of 49ers that are playing in Seattle right now. They got a running back from 2 years ago. What was his name? He got mad at me on Twitter. And they got Dante.
Dante. Every time they get in front of let somebody go, they end up going to Seattle.
Yeah, they got Will Hoyt. Who else they got? It seems like they got another 49er over there too. They got 3 that I know of.
See, that's all they go for. That's all they go for. Is the 49ers players.
Well, they need because they know who's best. They got Mike Davis. They got Dante. They got Mike Wilhoit. Yeah, that's right. Right now, that's all I think they got. So you know, they ain't getting no information if that's what they're getting them for. You know, so I ain't worried about that.
I think that's what they're doing because they want to know what the 49ers are doing.
And it doesn't. Half the time people got rid of because they didn't know what they was doing. So how they gonna tell anybody else? Dante Johnson's already out for this. He already hurt himself pretty seriously, so I think he might be out either half the season or longer. So
it's okay, Jimmy. I'm telling you, Jimmy's gonna be good. It's just like I said, we're gonna keep on saying Jimmy's not gonna. We'll find out what Jimmy's gonna do.
Mm-hmm. And so will everybody else. All right, Nighthawk. I'm gonna look for you tomorrow, fam. All right.
Okay, Rambo, can you give me a shout out?
Oh, you know I can. Niners for the Hawk.
Nighthawk is out. Go Niners.
Yeah. And Miguel Cuevas says, I got the Zoom app. What else do I need to do to go on it? Okay. So, Miguel, just read the app's instructions and zoom on in. Yeah. And what's going to end up happening is you're gonna pop up on the screen. I'll see you, and we'll just bring you right on in. All right. Hey, Rose Mathis, that's pretty funny. J-Run's favorite player. Rose, you got to put me on that list too. I like Eric Armstead. I mean, J-Run, we get teased. But you know, this is our last year to get teased. I got a feeling Eric Armstead goes buck wild this year. And another thing people need to remember, this is the first year the defense doesn't have to study. They don't have to learn. They just need to go out there and execute. There's no new defense. So I'm expecting a really different defense, Eric Armstead included. Remember, that first year that Eric got hurt, or he had the shoulder that he should have gotten taken care of when he was in school, that shoulder injury's been with him ever since he was a little kid. Dumb. Anyway, that year Eric was the man. He came in, man. That dude was just ready to roll. Oh, by the way, yeah, I need it. You know what? You got to have the Ronbo Sports app, guys. Miguel, is it? Yeah. You can get this whatever phone you got, whether it's a Google Play or the App Store. It's absolutely free. You download the app, and then you'll have access because the information you're going to need is in the app. So I misunderstood your question, kind of. I thought you were, yeah. So there you go. Get the app, instructions, then you're in. All right. Empire Strikes Back, 49ers, Niners Empire, fam ho! Robert Johnson representing the Niner Empire all the way from Dallas, Texas. Yeah. I always give a lot of love to people out in Dallas because, man, to walk around in 49er red and gold in Dallas, ooh. It's like I give Cowboy fans trouble all the time when I see them. If I get a chance, you walk by the street, Cowboys fan, huh? So, no, I'm just saying, man. Because you got 5. You got to respect each other. But after that, if we get 6. I'm going to have to look back down on y'all again. You and them horses, okay? Gio Utley, what's up? Travis Fears says, I'm going to donate some money, so I want to see you eating some McDonald's fries. Hey, I got to tell you, though, normally I don't eat that stuff, but McDonald's French fries, you ever get in the car and, like, wifey or friends, kids, anything like that, anytime I might go in and I might get the chicken burger or something like that, a fish burger from McDonald's. But I usually won't get the fries. But I was just sitting there driving. Oh. Okay, let me just get one. And you grab like half the box. Hey, what are you doing? Give me some of them back. Because the fries taste good. There's something about, I think the McDonald's people have got it down to a science. They put some kind of chemicals or something in them French fries. They smell so good. It's like bacon. I don't eat bacon a lot either because I think bacon's out of control. Everybody's eating bacon. They got bacon ice cream. What? So, bacon, the smell of bacon makes you want to bite it. McDonald's French fries, you can't eat 1 or 2. Shoe 559, when do you think we are going to hear from the league about Foster and his possible suspension? Yes. Why don't they tell us anything about Ruben? What are they waiting for? It's like you're sitting in a jail cell and you're waiting for the judge that says, okay, I need to think about my decision. In the meantime, you will remain incarcerated until I arrive at such decision. So there you are, right? 6 months later, has the judge decided what he wants to do with me yet? So Ruben's sitting there, man, and you notice that Ruben's keeping such a low profile these days. You don't hear from Ruben. Ruben's not doing any of the after, anytime they come in and they start talking to players, they talk to McGlinchey, they talk to Defoe, they talk to any number of people. They never talk to Ruben anymore. They used to. Now nobody talks to Ruben. They don't take a lot of photos of him and post them up and write things. They don't say how well or bad. I get the feeling when the media's out there, they make Ruben go to the locker room. Nobody says anything about what Ruben's doing. And he ain't talking to nobody. So I figured John Lynch says, now Ruben, what we want to do, just stay under the radar. Just pretty much stay out of the attention of the media. And hopefully Goodell will see fit to be a little lenient on you because, as a matter of fact, you pretty much have been dragged through the mud and with this last situation. And you paid community service to the folks in Alabama. So maybe Goodell will see fit to either let it go 1 game or just leave you alone altogether if we're lucky. So, I get a feeling, how John Lynch is. He's a smart guy. So, Anthony Baker, what's up? Yeah, go Niners. And DM, let's go Nine Empire. Jeff Tan, which game are you most excited about? The Rams game, of course. I just want to know we're going to beat them. I want to see in the fourth quarter, 49ers are driving at the 30-yard line, and everybody knows how notorious Jimmy Garoppolo could be on these 2-minute drives. The 49ers just need to get within Robbie Gould field range, which, from the way he kicked, 70 yards out. Boom! Oh, Marquise Gilman is open. He's got room in front of him. Oh, they cut him off. He's at the 20-yard line. I just want to know we're going to beat game over. All right, Anthony, you got to turn your Nathaniel. Yeah, Nate, you got to turn your volume off on your speakerphone because you're going to get feedback. Nathaniel. Nate. And Nate hung up. All right. Oh, well, it's it's a big show. It's a big show. Oh, I forgot it's not Monday yet, your show. You only get that intro on Monday. Of course, I just like singing that song. I'm actually one of those guys who wanted to be a singer and never could do it. Okay. Big Show, what's up, man?
Oh,
there he is.
I don't know voice that would. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. You have that great voice that you can hold a tune pretty well. You know, you can hit, or you can what do they call it? You can do a loud pitch or whatever, sing a loud. You know what I'm talking about? Like carry a loud tune or whatever.
A noisy, yeah. Oh, that could be noisy for sure. I could lip sync. Yeah.
Anyways, you know, you had asked, I think it was Nighthawk earlier, what's going to happen to Joshua Garnett's future after Laken Tomlinson's contract extension.
Yeah.
That's one easy answer.
Go ahead. I'd love to know.
Bye, Felicia.
You really think they're going to cut him?
If not cut him, they're going to trade him. I would not cut him. I think he still has value in him.
Yeah,
especially
at least get a
teams
pick.
who are looking for a guard.
Hey,
either
what are we going to do?
Pick or a player, or both.
Okay, what do you do for depth, though, Show? You at the offensive line.
We already have depth at the guard position. We have Cooper. We have Tomlinson.
He may end up starting, though.
Who, Tomlinson?
Cooper.
Oh, I think Tomlinson's going to start over Cooper because Cooper is
accident prone.
Iffy. Yeah, I still question that signing.
The thing is, though, there's going to be a competition at that left side when Cooper heals up. I got to tell you, Show, I got a feeling Cooper beats Tomlinson out. As good as Tomlinson is, or as he's much improved, Cooper's definitely just better than he is. So I just want to, man. But everybody can't pay left
you don't
guard.
Sign for $18 million with $10 million guaranteed if you think Cooper is better than Tomlinson, you know.
Well,
that's
we'll
right
see
there.
in
That he
preseason.
solidified that spot.
Well, who's going to play the right guard then? We got Mike Person. He's in the mix, I guess, because he's played in Kyle's system before, which makes him valuable. So they don't have to teach him a lot. And you got Eric Magnuson.
You put Tomlinson at left, and you put Cooper at right.
Yeah. I got a feeling that's what's going to happen. That only makes sense, really.
And I was going to actually present a trade scenario to you with Garnett. You trade Ward and you trade Garnett to New England for Gronk.
I bet you that earlier already. Yeah. That's my trade as well. Yeah.
Or you trade Garnett to Seattle for Earl Thomas.
Oh, but you'd have to give up more than Garnett. You'd have to come up with a draft pick, too.
Give him Ward 2 and a third or fourth round pick.
Oh. You'd be helping him out too much, though, because you know what? No matter what we think about Garnett and Ward, they'd really help that team out. And Earl, man.
Because there's actually a story out there circulating around the internet that Richard Sherman had spoken to Earl Thomas to suggest to him that he hold out during his contract talks. You know what I mean? Like or to hold out during camp until they
trade him or want to,
or something like that. Yeah.
I didn't know Richard was involved, but I did see the 49ers name mentioned, and somebody asked me about that on Twitter. What do you think? Earl Thomas's names were mentioned with both the Cowboys and the 49ers. I said, get out. 49ers aren't interested in Earl. They're not going to pay him what he wants. What does Earl Thomas want as far as a salary?
Well, he's at least $10 million a year, you know? 10 to $11 million.
Is he getting 10 or 11? Well, Earl's earned that. I don't know that the 49ers want to part with it, is what I'm thinking.
I mean, if they feel that he helps that safety position, which I think, honestly, Kwasi Tart is still questionable a little bit. You know, I don't really trust any bulky picks anymore after we pretty much only have one of them left on our team.
Yeah, but Earl's not going to play the box. Earl's going to play over the top.
Well, I see. I don't know. I just personally think.
And you're not going to be able to move Adrian Colbert in the box. Not enough. Not enough size.
No.
I tell you though, Kowalski was ranked high last season before he got hurt, and that's why Eric Reed can't get back on the team because of Kowalski. So I don't think the 49ers are thinking about moving him.
Eric
we'll
had
see.
concussion issues too, so.
Yeah, and then there's that.
You gotta look at that.
So Kowalski's had too many concussions as well. I know he's had at least 2. Concussions are a part of this game, though.
That's where you would. I mean, Earl Thomas hasn't had any really serious injury issues the past couple of years. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you look at that? You know.
What did he have? He was out for half a season. What was that? His pec or shoulder?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to Seattle, but
he had a serious injury. He was contemplating retirement. I was kind of surprised when he came back. But the Earl Thomas, the 49ers aren't going to go for a guy that old, I don't think, either. Earl's 30 years old, isn't he?
He's only 29 years old, though. He's 29.
When's his birthday? I mean, they got Sherman because of the fact that we got to get rid of Dante. We don't really need an over-the-top safety. We got about 3 guys. We got DJ. You got Adrian. Isn't there another Tavarius Moore plays the safety as well? You got 3 kids you can train up for that spot. It's not an urgent matter. You know what I mean?
It's just a hypothetical. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you look at that? You know, well, if Earl Thomas is holding out on the Seahawks. You know, it sounds like he doesn't want either anymore. You know,
he wants to go to Dallas. So I mean, but if Richard had that conversation that you're talking about with him, that is interesting. Unless Richard's just talking to him because he wants. Richard's thing is revenge against the Seahawks. He probably doesn't care so much where Earl goes, but make sure you give the Seahawks all the trouble you can.
I mean,
Richard's a very vicious guy.
Can you imagine having Earl Thomas and Richard Sherman both on our team?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I wouldn't mind that, honestly.
You know what? If this was next year, 2019, and it was obvious that the 49ers are in Super Bowl contention, or we already went to the Super Bowl last year, and somebody says I need to get paid more money, then that would really appeal to me. But right now, I don't see it being feasible. But stranger things have happened. I would have never guessed that Laken Tomlinson was going to get contract extension either.
Isn't there a trade deadline coming up, like in July or something like that? Like where teams can trade franchise players or something like that? Maybe. Is that? Yeah, because I thought I heard something about that. I don't know.
Could be. Show me if you got a chance, man. I get back in tomorrow. I'm gonna look into that and maybe be able to answer that question tomorrow.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, you too. See, I didn't know anything about Richard Sherman, man. That's pretty funny, huh? It sounds true too. I can see Rich calling Earl up. Hey, man. Yeah, it's me, Rich. Hey man, don't mess with them bleep, cause man, don't hold out all the way until they give you your money. I don't care if it's like 2 days before the game start. JP in Kansas City, traveling coast to coast with the 9 Empire. What's up, JP? Good to hear from you, fam. And who we got here? Is it? Nah, it can't be. Is it? Joey Mahoney, yeah, dum de doo ah. Ooh, Joey Mahoney. Hey, Joey, I've not been able to sing that song in a long time. What's up?
Ronbo!
Ooh.
My man!
Yo!
With the Nana plan. What it do?
Oh, hey, Joey, let me mention this because I've got people here looking up for me. Richard Sherman says he denies involvement in Earl Thomas holdout issue because I first saw the first article says Rich was all over what Show said about him talking to Earl and advising him. Now Sherman's coming up saying, hey, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Oh, I love the drama this time of year. Woo! Oh. But Joey, what's on your mind, man?
Hey, man, what's going on with Garnett, man? I keep hearing Nighthawk fan club going crazy about Garnett, but I haven't been following. Lately. I've been busy. So
Well,
tell me what's going on.
Okay, last week there was rumors out that Joshua Garnett, I think early Monday, Tuesday, there was rumors out that Joshua Garnett was about to get cut, and then there was rumors about he'll either get cut or maybe jettisoned to another team, and now Friday. Nobody, you know how the 49ers are. They don't say anything about anything. That article was all over the internet. Now, Friday, all of a sudden, you see Laken Tomlinson getting an extension on what we thought would never happen. Laken Tomlinson gets extended for 3 years, $18 million, $10 million guaranteed. What is, Joey, that writing is on the wall. What? What does that mean for Josh? At first, everybody says, what does that mean for Joshua Garnett? Whoa!
Bulky fit. They're gonna get rid of him. That's what that means. That's what that means. You know what I would do, honestly? You know what I would do? I know that some people might be against this because of the words that he chooses to say in the locker room. But man, I like that guy. What was that guy that used to have our Jonathan Martin? Who is that? You like him? I forget his name.
No,
the guy that used to play for the guard. Oh, I can't think of it. The big guy that has all the tattoos on his arm. I can't think. Richie Incognito.
Oh!
Richie Incognito.
Richie
Incognito.
Yeah. Boy.
Yeah.
And somebody said Richie was thinking about coming out of retirement, too. Oh, man.
Well, he said that.
Yeah.
He said that. He said that he would like to play still. That's what he said.
But
I wouldn't mind having him. But,
oh, man. Richie Incognito, talk about attitude. Boy, I wanted Richie Incognito last year. I think the year before that, too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He just, I don't like his, the words that he chooses to say, but, if he can just play football and
yeah, make no mistake, Richie's definitely an asshole. But the thing is, he can play that position. Woo, man. I mean, but he gets called for penalties a lot because he's got that kind of attitude. I mean, Richie's that kind of guy that gets into penalties and fights with defensive linemen all game long. But I kind of like that about him, because defensive linemen, they have to be a little scared of him.
Hey, is there any good guards right now, like on free agency? Like not signed right now?
No, I don't think there's any availability. I don't think so. Because if they were, they'd probably be, how John Lynch is. He calls in everybody. If you're any kind of good, he'll at least take a look at you. So.
Hey, you think that they might take a look at Williams Jr., the undrafted free agent we got last year, that played a little bit? He did okay.
Williams Jr.
Darnell Williams Jr. Yeah, 78, I think.
Oh, yeah. He's one of our offensive linemen, right? Yeah.
Yeah. We brought him in last year as an undrafted free agent, but
he's still out there.
But he also, he played a little bit of guard. You think maybe they take a look at him?
They had him, and then they have him a tackle as well.
Preseason? Yeah, they had him at both positions because we got hurt so bad last year at the line.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind just seeing him in preseason, maybe guard.
Oh, you're definitely going to see him during preseason. I just wonder if they put him on the practice squad last year, I think. So they do like his potential. And I thought he looked pretty good in that one preseason game. I forget which game it was, but he did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
So
no, he did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If they're really weak at guard, maybe just try him out, see how he does.
But you got Eric Magnuson is looking good at guard, and then they got.
I don't like him though. He's not that good.
Well, guard. He's not a tackle, but he's not bad at guard. But he's terrible at tackle.
Bro, honestly. Yeah, I don't like him personally.
Yeah. Well, he's got to.
I'd rather have. I don't know.
He's got to try to make it first.
Gone, huh? Hey, Fusco's gone. You got rid of him?
Yeah, I know. I thought they should have kept Fusco myself. I said Fusco wasn't bad.
He did good.
Especially for the run game. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was all right.
Yeah, they threw him out. They threw him out.
So what does that mean for our guards? That means Cooper and Tomlinson, basically. That's what we got, pretty much, right?
Well, you got Cooper Tomlinson and Joshua Garnett, because we're only hearing stories. I don't know if he's going to get thrown out or not. And there's a couple other guys that they're looking at. You mentioned Williams. There's another guy. I forget his name is YNO. He's got a. Oh no, it's not KNOTT, right? Yeah, I don't know that he's a tackle or a guard though. Oh, it just says offensive lineman next to that. You got Mike Person. Yeah, I'm looking down the line here.
I still have a feeling though that it's going to be Garnett. He's a first round draft pick. We traded up to get him, and
I know, right?
I just don't see cutting him. Like, at least give him a chance. Like, you can say, oh, he looked bad, whatever, but let's see what we do in the preseason. I mean, game is, that's what we judge people on, is what you do in the game, right? Not what you do in practice. I mean, yeah, you want to do good, but if you don't do good, that's not the end of the world. Like, let's see. My opinion, like, I want to see what you do in the game. So if you come out preseason and you can show the coaching staff, hey, look, I want to be here. I want to be a starter. Look, I did really good. Look at me. You know what I mean? Not just cut me before the damn preseason starts. That don't make sense. And he's a first-round draft pick. So
and traded up to get him. Traded up to get him.
Yeah,
lost people.
Traded up to get him. That's why I wouldn't just cut him. That's stupid in my opinion.
Let me tell you who's on the old line though. You got Mike Person, a guy named Coleman Shelton. A lot of these guys, Najee Torin. I've heard a lot of. He's a guy from UCLA, right? You got Alan Knott, Jamar McGloster, Andrew Lauderdale still hanging around out there. Darrell Williams Jr. There's Laken Tomlinson, Eric Magnuson, Gary Gayam. Yeah. See, there's still a lot of offensive linemen. They're not going to keep all those guys because it's, But it's interesting how many offensive linemen.
You're gonna cut some of them. Gilliam, I think, will make it though, because they just signed him, didn't they? This offseason, they gave him an extension.
Yeah, but remember that doesn't mean anything. I mean, they just signed Daniel Kilgore too. Remember? Daniel's probably shocked too when they came. Hey, Daniel. Yeah. Hey, John wants to see you in his office. Oh, okay.
Remember the movie Mark Wahlberg? Remember the movie Mark Wahlberg when he was doing the Eagles in Invincible, right? You ever see that where they?
No, but I want to see this because Marky Mark did a movie.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's such a good movie, bro. You gotta watch it, bro.
I definitely do.
I want to root it for you, but basically,
yeah. What's the name of the movie?
It's called Invincible, I think. Invincible, I think it is.
Wait a minute, isn't that the one where he was a fighter?
No. That's
the other movie.
Invincible.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a different one. But there's one called Invincible, I think, and they do like a tryout, and he goes on the Eagles like tryout. They try to bring like people off the street or whatever, and then they had one slot for preseason, and he made it, and then it was crazy. It was like he was like this bartender who ended up playing for the Eagles. It was crazy.
Well, I gotta see. Hey, but we gotta go, Joey. Yeah. I appreciate you getting in here, man. I haven't talked to you in a long time. Look for you tomorrow if you get a chance, huh?
You got it, man.
All right, bro.
You got it, man. I'm gonna try to get back in here, bro. I miss you, man.
Hey, same here.
All right.
All right, Joey. Have a good night.
All right, buddy. You have a great night. You too, buddy. You too. All right.
Hey, is it Maya 0724? My newborn will be here next Monday. Yes. Maya 0724 is going to bring a new 49er into the world. Yes. I know. You know what? As guys, we always act like it's us. It's actually the wifey that's going through the struggle of bringing somebody into the world. We can stand back outside handing out cigars, laughing and joking. Meanwhile, the poor wife is there. You see, this is why, as guys, we need to chill out about being the stronger sex. Think about this for a minute. You and I both know you cannot have a baby. I would die on the table. I ain't lying. That just sounds like some kind of pain. Nay, Nathaniel Huntley, Colbert over Thomas. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I agree. All right, Colbert, 10.4 million. Stop show. A message from Nathaniel Hurley to stop 577K. And thank you, Nathaniel. That's pretty funny. No, you know, that's why 49ers don't want to be bothered with Earl Thomas. Probably for a number of reasons. Hey, area code is 707. You're out in Ukiah, California. Hello, Ukiah.
Hello?
Yes. What is your name?
Bruce.
Bruce. Hey, Bruce. Welcome on in,
oh,
Bruce.
No shit, I'm on. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
yes, you're on, Bruce.
Hey, I get a little nervous on these things, so bear with me.
Yeah, no problem.
I got a couple of stories I got to tell you.
Hey, Bruce.
Okay.
Wait, Bruce. Hold on a second. If you're on speakerphone, you sound a little distant.
Okay, here. Let me.
Get right into that mouthpiece so I can hear, because I want to hear this. You got 2 stories. I'm loving it. Go ahead.
All right, I'm off.
Oh, that's awesome. Such a clarity on the sound.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear now. All right, go ahead.
Okay. The first one is how I became a Niner fan back in '89, or I think it was '90. It was actually after Joe Montana got hurt. I was watching that NFC game against there was the NFC Championship against the Giants.
Okay.
And he hurt his elbow.
Yeah, his elbow.
And then Steve Young came in. That's when I became a Niner fan.
For that reason?
So back in 1990.
Yeah.
What?
Right. For that reason, because you saw Steve come in for Joe and his injured
No,
elbow?
well, I wasn't really into football back then, but that's just when I became a Niner fan.
All right.
I met Joe Montana though.
What?
Yeah, I swear to God.
You met
Joe? I grew up in Anderson. I grew up in Anderson Valley.
All right.
And back, I was like 19, 20, I think.
Okay.
And I was working at a store.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the front just sweeping up, and he actually walked in, and I was the first one that actually really recognized who he was. He was like walking down to get some Gatorade or something, and he was wearing a Kansas City Chief hat. And I was like, like, what is that, Joe? I was like, holy shit. So I ran back real quick to the guy that I was working with, and I go, dude, check this out, man. See if this is Joe Montana. And he goes, go check it out. He gave me a notepad and a pen, and I ran up to him, and he was getting a Gatorade and some candy or something.
You still remember,
and I asked
too,
him, and
of what
he was being like kind of he was being like shy, like I don't think he wanted anybody to know that it was him, and he was just trying to get through, to get it. And so I kind of like asked him, I go, are you Joe Montana? And he kind of like shook his head with his bill of his hat down, and I was like, no shit, dude. And I gave him a pen and my notepad, and I had him sign it for me, and I was hella nervous. And everybody else started talking to him and everything, and I forgot I was wearing a 49er shirt. I could have had him sign that. You know what I'm saying? So I was, and then somebody took the pen and just took off running with it. And I was like, what the fuck? So anyways, that was one of the stories. I also met T.O.
Wow.
Terrell Owens. He came to our Kmart back when we had a Kmart, right. And I got his autograph there. Right. I met what's his name? He was an offensive lineman. He came to our Walmart. Anyway,
I know.
It was another offensive.
You're talking about Big Bubba Paris, I'll bet.
Bubba Paris, very good, dude. Damn,
everybody meets Bubba out in public.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. He's got humor. But anyway, so I went to the last Niner Raider game. It was a regular season one with Alex Smith, and he threw a touchdown. It was in the rain, and he threw a touchdown to Crabtree.
Right.
And I remember going to that game, and I was with my cousin and some friends, and I remember when we were all walking up to go into the stadium, it was like the whole crowd was like sprinkled with red and gold and silver and black. And at that time, we were 0-4. I remember we were 0-4, and all the Raiders fans were chanting, 0-5. 0-5, and I was like, "Are you serious, dude?
Oh, yeah.
They're just talking, And so after the game, we won the game, and all the Raider fans, they were just like their heads down. They weren't saying anything. It was awesome. And I was like fist bumping all the Niner fans because I was buzzed up. That was fun.
I know, because Raider fans, man. It's
the way they
nice
are.
to abuse
Dude,
them.
I got a buddy at work, Levi. He's always talking smack about the Niners, and because he's a Raider fan, and he was talking some stuff about the Jaguar game. I wanted to ask you.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I'm listening. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
I'm listening.
Anyways, he was talking some stuff about the Jaguar game. He said the only reason why we won that game is because Blake Bortles threw 2 pick sixes. I had to go back and rewatch the game to see again because I didn't think we actually took 2 pick sixes back.
I think there was 1. Did we take 2 back or 1?
No, there was 2. There was 2 pick sixes. Blake Bortles he actually threw like 3 interceptions. He threw one to Dante Johnson.
Yeah,
Thank God he's gone because I can't stand him. He went up to
Wait. Who was the second pick six?
That's what I was wondering, too. I don't think it was Witherspoon, but I know Witherspoon did pick one off, but he got tackled. And then there was another one, but I can't remember who it was. Who all was our defensive backs last year?
Okay, you had Witherspoon, you had Johnson. Nobody else came in besides those 2. And then we had Adrian Colbert. I do not remember 2. I remember the 1, and that was because Eric Reed, he actually tipped that ball right into Johnson's hands, and that's how he ended up running it back. I don't remember a second time.
There was 2 pick sixes. I went back and rewatched the game because I was like arguing with him like crazy. I was like, "No, you're full of shit," and all this. And anyways, so I can't hear you.
No, I didn't say anything. I was listening. You were getting ready. I thought you were going to finish your sentence. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, my bad. So I couldn't figure that out, so I rewatched the game, and I guess we had 2 pick sixes. But regardless, I kept telling him, like, you know what? Regardless if we got 2 pick sixes or not, we scored 31 points against the best defense in the NFL.
I know, right?
Regardless, we still.
Wait a minute. You know what?
What's up?
K'Wan Williams picked off one.
That's him. He's the one.
Did he get into the end zone with that?
I'm pretty sure because there was 2 pick sixes. I watched them, and I was like, no shit, he was right. But still, regardless of the 2 pick sixes, and not only that, if he's going to throw 2 interceptions like that and we run it back, that means we're getting pressure on him.
I tell you,
he's throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? If he's getting nervous and hearing footsteps, there's a reason for that. Because our defense was showing up.
It's going to get better, too. They were well rested on that game, too.
They what?
Well, they were the defense was well rested on that game because, normally our defense stays on the field too much, right? So the thing is, Bruce, if the defense is not on the field all day, they can be effective like that. This is a good thing about Jimmy G, keeping the offense out there all day. So you're going to see a lot of that, and they're going to know more about what they're doing next year because they know that defense now. So people got a surprise coming with the 49ers defense. It's going to be funny, Bruce, because watch the 49ers defense look every bit as good as the offense. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Bruce, Joey Mahoney tweets in, there was 1 pick six and a fumble return for a TD, and that was called back, though.
There was 2. I'm pretty sure there was 2 pick sixes. Dante Johnson took one in, and one of our defensive backs took one in. I'm really sure about it. I went back and watched.
Now you just gave me an excuse to go watch the game again. I only need a little excuse.
It bugged me too. It bugged me too. I was like, no, we had, and not only that, I was pretty sure that we got an interception and got a field goal off of one. That's what I was thinking. But I rewatched it, and it was 2 pick sixes. But regardless, like I said, he was like playing really well against the best defense in the NFL. So I was just like, we can't.
And Bruce, let me ask you this: have people said to you, "That's because they were playing the second and third string"? I love people who didn't see the game, but they just hate the 49ers. You know what? The Titans had to win that game, and they lost because if the Titans would have won out, they would have won the division. The Jaguars did not come into town relaxed, thinking we don't win this game, it doesn't really matter. They needed to keep pace, if they lose that game, and they did, it puts it for a tougher race. That game they played the following week or so or next when they had to play the Titans, that was for the division. So people running around saying they played a second or third string, Jesus Christ. I mean, tell the truth if you're going to troll a 49er. I mean, really. God.
I know, and the Jaguars, too, because the Jaguars needed that game also because they wanted to get home field advantage. They didn't want to go up to they didn't want to go up and play the Patriots in New England. No. They had to get home field advantage. And when we beat them, they had to go up to freaking play in New England.
And got beat.
They needed that game, too.
Yeah.
So I kept telling them, dude, we scored 31 points legitimately on offense against the best defense.
44 and got one call back. We should have had 51 points. See, that's crazy.
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah. They called one back. But Bruce, pleasure to be here, Bruce. Don't be a stranger, man. Call back. We'll be back tomorrow, actually. All right?
All right.
All right, Bruce. Have a great night. Love them stories, by the way.
All right, man.
All right, Bruce. There's Bruce. Man, let's go to... Hey, Lee. Come on in, Mr. Lee. Lee's sounds like some kind of a scratch and mix. Yeah, I get the feeling sometimes that Lee may even actually be a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Because how does this dude have all this music? Or does he just go on Spotify and just keep things going? Yo, Lee.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
You, man.
What are you up to?
Oh, Lee, what have you been up to, man?
Nah, not much, Ronbo. Just had to enjoy my weekend. Yeah, I had to just come on. I had to, show been on a Sunday. I thought I'd see what's going on. I remember talking to you last time when you were telling me about our biggest worry looks like the guards, and it's looking like that now with Garnett in that, and Tomlinson being signed to that contract there.
Wow, the 49ers are great for doing things that shock you. I would have never saw Tomlinson getting... Remember, he didn't even like Tomlinson as the preseason started. Well, Tomlinson's contract will expire. And John Lynch is saying things like, well, we're not prepared to extend his contract right now. And I thought he was like, I'm getting ready to cut him. They extend him 3 years. Wow.
That's the worrying thing, Ronbo. He wasn't looking like our go. We didn't offer him their contract straight away,
Yeah.
And now we're offering him probably the best contract out of all our guards. So
right?
He's gone from the bottom to the top. I don't know. That's not really looking good coming into the season.
Well, maybe he's looking good.
We could have addressed that in the draft.
Ah.
Yeah, well, he looked. He did. He obviously got a lot better when Jimmy came in. But
is it because of Jimmy though?
To me, he was the Yeah, that's the thing. To me, he was still the second weakest offensive lineman on our line last year. You had Beatles, who obviously took the crown for the worst. But we've got Staley, and now we've got McGlinchey.
But did you see what PFF says about him? Yes. PFF said he was a top 10 guard. In the last 5 games, he was like top 10. What?
Yeah, I seen he went from I seen one thing I think out of 61 guards, he was rated like 49th, I think, and then in the last since Jimmy came in, he went all the way up to I think 20th or 19th. I don't know, he was top 10 though.
Well, he was 32 out of 77 for a minute.
Run blocking,
20 out of 32, 20. Yeah, you're right. He went up in stages. He went to 32. He went to 20-something. And then at this last 5 games, they just went ahead and put him in the top 10. Top 10? Really?
Yeah, he didn't look that good, but I guess with Jimmy in there, obviously it was a lot better for him. His game lifted once he came in. And we did upgrade our center. I think, to be honest, though, that missing out on Norwell, we put in an offer for him, Ronbo, and the Jaguars ended up getting him. That was pretty crucial in this decision because I feel like if we had got a Norwell, they'd be all battling for one spot. He would have got the other guard spot, most definitely.
Hey, but Lee, you think Norwell was fit for Shanahan's system? Is he an athletic guy, or is he just a brick wall type of guy?
Yeah, no, he's a big guy, but I think it would have been perfect because he plays a lot of outside zone blocking over in Carolina. So he would have fit perfect into our scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at him before free agency and that.
and I noticed they played like a real complex run-based system over in Carolina. It was mostly outside zone blocking, which is exactly what Cole runs. So yeah, he would have been perfect fit. And we did offer him an offer. It's just that the Jaguars swept in late and beat everyone, to him.
Yeah. Let's hope they overpaid and Norwell does a very poor job.
To be honest, though, I think we were banking a lot on Garnett, Ronbo, because we didn't chase anyone in the draft either. So
I think you're right.
They're probably hoping with how much weight he lost that he would actually perform. But I guess it is still early, yeah.
Yeah, he still has a chance. Somebody said he was out of the competition, though, so maybe.
Yeah, was he put on the trade block?
See, there's no way to know.
Is that true?
You hear these conversations a week or two later. Like right now, I'm finding out now that Gronk, Patriot fans came over and just bombed me because I implied, hey, the 49ers might be getting Gronk. Oh, you 49er fans are so delusional, man. You're not getting Gronk. I said, dude, I'm just reading what I said. Yeah. Oh, it's fake news. 49er fans, you guys are so weird. I'm getting mad because he's coming in being rude. And then I find out I was right. I thought so. I said, why do people lie? Why would anybody make that up? I mean, they do make up things, but that's just really far-fetched to make up. They were talking to him.
Yeah, I heard Show get on before and say, he would have traded Ward and Garnett for Gronk, but there's no way. There's no way Belichick makes that trade. Come on, let's be real.
I know, right?
So were they really talking to Gronk, or was that just stories, Ronbo?
Well, I think that now there's so many sources now saying that there really was, the 49ers really did put a deal on the table. So this is so after the fact, but that could mean that it's not quite over. It sounds like it is. But if all of a sudden, the shocking news that we get out of Santa Clara, Gronk will be on his way to the 49ers training camp tomorrow, don't be surprised. I mean, stand by.
Yeah, well, we did get Jimmy, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think I actually read something that said there was an offer, but the offer happened before the draft, and it was for draft picks. But then, obviously there's no point for them to get rid of Gronk now. It's getting close to the season. I think if they were going to let him go, they would have done it by now. And
get somebody in their training camp.
Like they gave up Jimmy for that second round pick. Yeah, I don't see it happening now.
Yeah.
And I think too, there was a lot of speculation about whether Gronk would play on. So in those earlier days before the draft and that, they might have been thinking, let's cut our losses. He might not play, so why not just get rid of him now?
Yeah, and that makes sense.
But
and he might have been pissing Belichick off,
with that either, eh?
Yeah. I mean, he had an
attitude. I heard Brady, threw his toys out the cot when he heard that Gronk may be traded, his number one weapon. So.
God, Brady, if he leaves, I'm telling you guys, I'm retiring. Let's let you know. Ooh,
yeah, you imagine
scared of you, Tom.
Brady would have been if Jimmy got Gronk as well. But you imagine Brady then.
Oh, because Lee, think about it for a minute. If Gronk leaves and Brady says I'm quitting because of that, New England's immediately in rebuild. I mean, they really would be flat on rebuild mode. That's it, because they're getting their brains kicked out now. They got no Jimmy G.
They don't even have any good receivers,
Huh?
They don't even have any dominant receivers. They got, I think, Edelman coming back, but he was injured last year. They lost Amendola. They lose Gronk. They've got nothing.
Edelman suspended for the first 4 games. With no quarterback. It's Hoyer. Oh, God, I'd love to be able to talk to New England fans then. Hey, you guys, remember you came over to my page and talking all kind of smack? How does it look with Hoyer over there? Do you wish you had Jimmy G?
Hey, Ronbo, I heard Rudy tonight, too. He was seeming to be pretty nice tonight. I think he's a bit worried,
Well,
I
he's
think
learning we're not.
Cover, I think.
Well, he gets it now.
The season's getting closer.
Oh yeah, he knows we're not playing anymore.
Jimmy G and them Red and Gold boys are coming. They're going to come to LA. They're going to have to come here. I think he knows.
Yeah. So he
could be in for that rude awakening.
I love it. Lee, we're going to go. We got to go, but Lee, I tell you, good to hear from you again. I'll look for you tomorrow if you get some time. All right.
Shout out Head Squad 9 Empire.
Yeah. All right, guys. Oh, God. Yeah, I know. Rudy was unbelievable tonight, wasn't he? When he comes in, he's actually somewhat polite. He's even assured us that if the Rams lose, he will come in and he will say, "Good game, guys." I know it's really going to happen, though. He's going to come in, and even if they win, because he has to now, because he already said he would. Yeah, you guys won the game, but you know the refs did help you, man. And you know what? That was holding on that third down play where you scored. That was definitely holding, and I can just see it now. You know, because he will put foot in mouth. All right, let us go. Oh, Alvaro Cueva says, "What's up, Niner fam?" And Butch Dyer, yo, and Niner fans checking in from St. Louis, Missouri. What's up, Butch? Wild Bill was only one pick six. I just looked. Yeah, I thought so. There was only one pick six. We entered INTs. I think it was 3, right? And Doug Pine, Kay Williams caught Bortles' pass, but was caught from behind on the run back alongside the Jag sideline. That's what I remember, too. I'm going to still watch the game again, though, because just got that excuse. Was not a pick six, but just an interception. That's what I thought. Adam Sanders says the entire line improved when Jimmy G started playing. He gets the ball out faster. See, that's another thing. Why? But I'm sure Kyle knows that. So, you go out paying these big salaries. It's like that game that Atlanta played with Matty Ice was back when Kyle was with him. I'll never forget the Packers front line players saying, Matt, he didn't even need an offensive line tonight, man. They were getting that ball out so fast, we couldn't touch him. That's what Kyle Shanahan's offense is about. Not the number one receiver, but every guy out there is a weapon. You don't know where that ball's going. You got no idea. This is why the beauty of Shanahan Kyle style football. Tongan Man 78, what's up, man? Hey, Raymond! Raymond, out in VA.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
Oh, man, Raymond, man, I just, you keep watching them clips from the last 5 games, man. It makes you crazy, man, because I realize they looked a little raw out there. They were just beating people up because they was just manhandling teams. But when they get some skill and technique,
they're going
to be dangerous.
Man. I can't wait. I just can't wait. I just called to check you out, man. Let you know I'm still alive. It's a little off season right now. We down, and there's no football. So, I'm proud of you, Ronbo. You keep it going. You hold the 49ers down during the off season. You keep going strong. Every time you come on the show, I get a notification. Maybe I'm at a cookout or something, and you still doing this, man. And I'm proud of you, Ronbo. You
Thanks,
the man.
Raymond.
You know what I'm saying? Man. You the man.
Thanks, fam.
But, it's starting to kick around. It's starting to turn around. It's here we go. Hey, Ronbo. I gotta ask you a question.
Go ahead.
You think Jimmy G good? You think he good?
I think he is just beginning to show how potentially ruthlessly dominant he could be. Raymond, he's 26 years old. He ain't supposed to even look like that. I'm telling you, that boy is going to be grizzly crazy good soon. Another 2 years, people will be talking about Jimmy G like he's Joe Montana. Seriously.
Hey, Ronbo, right? Hey, this no bull. For real, right here. You think he that good, right? But he had a bad training camp. Man, that just gives me the utmost. I can't wait for this season. That means my defense firing on all cylinders. That means Kilo Witherspoon is really long out there. And when Jimmy G trying to throw it, Kilo back, whoever out there, and they giving Jimmy G trouble, and that means it's good for my defense. I'm not looking at it as a negative, like, oh, Jimmy G having a bad day. I'm looking at it like the positive, like, look at the defense. If they stopping Jimmy G throwing the ball around,
then he's going to stop everybody else. And Raymond, did you hear what he said? He says, I couldn't have, you got to readjust for all that height. See, I knew there was a method to that, man. It's the 49ers didn't want nobody shorter than 6'2". And you can't
Man,
see.
we going to the playoffs. Man, we going to the playoffs. That's why they brought these uniforms out, because we know what it is. Man, we about to go to the Super Bowl. They about to be unbelievable this year. This is about to be unbelievable. I can't wait, because they telling me Jimmy G's struggling in preseason, and I look like, really, he's struggling? Then I got to thinking, hold on. Why is he struggling? What's going on out there on that defense? What they doing? That's what I'm talking about. I want him to struggle against us. If he can struggle against anybody, he's going to struggle against us. Don't struggle against everybody else, though.
Remember, though, iron sharpens iron. Now, Jimmy ain't going to struggle against him. Probably in a few weeks, he'll understand the playbook a little better, because people got to understand he's still learning. But the thing is, what I liked what he said, he said, you know what? I looked in that end zone. You got to readjust for that length. These guys, I couldn't even see.
That means to tell me if Jimmy G is an elite quarterback, that's why I asked you if you think he's good.
Yeah.
If you think he's good, man, watch these 49ers come out here on defense. Defense wins Super Bowls.
I had the same
understand
feeling.
Offense bring you there and score points, but you got to stop that other team. Because 9 times out of 10, the other team that made it to the Super Bowl, they made it there for a reason. They got good offense. You got to have defense. You got to have that defense.
That's the bottom line. Wait. You cannot be getting in them shootouts and expect to, because you're going to lose 50% of them shootouts. If you can't stop another team, you get your ass whooped at least half the time. You'll win some, because you know at the end of the game you won 47-42. But that don't make no sense. You got to stop the other team. I agree.
Right. I want my defense to be good for 2 turnovers. If my defense good for 2 turnovers, we're going to win that game. Any game. If we get 2 turnovers, because if you give Jimmy G the ball too many times, he's going to be all right. So I'm just so excited. I can't wait till the season kickoff. I try to come in to your show at least once a week to let you know I'm still alive.
Yeah.
But, you know, we living, and we going to cookouts. It's nice weather out.
Oh, yeah, it's summertime.
Virginia time.
Yeah. And y'all get
Virginia time.
You got the real winners, too. Right?
Yeah, it's 12:30 in the morning in Virginia right now. So,
but the thing is, how hot was it today?
It was, man, you guys got it beautiful. It was maybe 85, I would say, 84, somewhere around here, maybe.
Hey, that ain't bad, Raymond. You got up to 85 degrees. That's not bad. It's when it gets up to them 95, 110 degrees. That's when people suffer. you be hearing about reports about people passing out.
You can't hide from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't hide from that. You could at least put a jacket on or something, but you can't hide from that heat.
Oh,
you can get naked and it's still hot.
Hey, right? It get burned up worse getting naked.
Yeah. I'm just so excited, man, and I'm proud of you, Ronbo. You do your thing, man. You the best in the business, man. I don't care what nobody say. We ain't worried about them trolls. Rudy ain't gonna have he ain't even gonna call because we're gonna beat him twice.
You know, he's got to call though. If Rudy loses, he better call, because man, we be looking for him then. So
man, we gonna beat them twice, man. I just say the Giants paid for that big defense out there. The Giants show the NFL that, bro, you spending the money in the wrong spots. These kids got bad attitudes. I can't wait till they get on the game and mess up, and then I want to see what happens when they mess up. When the Rams mess up, they're gonna be fighting with each other.
Yeah.
See, they're going to be arguing with each other, telling each other who fault it was.
And
they ain't going to support each other and try to rally
the Jaguars. Because really, Jaguars broke out fighting on the sideline because of that.
Right,
Marquise
and I heard
Goodwin.
you earlier talking about that.
Yeah.
You were talking about the Jaguars. Man, people underestimate that game. Man, we put up 44 points on one of the best defenses in the NFL. I can't wait to week 1 when we play the Vikings. I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of them. Not scared of them. I'm telling you, we're going to win. We're going to the Super Bowl, man. We're going to make it to the Super Bowl, I think. I think we're going to make – I know we're going to make the playoffs. I know. Yeah. I'm talking realistically. But I know we're going to make the playoffs. But then I get to thinking, like, who really want to play against the 49ers in the playoffs? Like,
they didn't want us last year.
Like, they're going to be scared of us, man, when we coming in there. We beat the Titans. We beat the Jaguars. They can tell me, whatever they want to tell me about the Rams game. They lucky they ain't put their players out there because we was going to whoop them. That's why they ain't put their players out there. They needed that excuse. We was going to whoop them. We done whooped all these players. As soon as we got Jimmy G, we start whooping.
Easily.
Man, I cannot
not easily.
wait. I cannot wait.
And Raymond, the game that really tested 49ers' fortitude is that Titans game. They did not give it up. Raymond, 1 minute and something to go. Pulled it out. won that game.
And,
oh,
hey, Ronbo,
yeah.
week one gonna be here before you know it, and it's gonna be here. We're gonna be playing the Vikings,
73
and I can't wait. Once we gonna whoop their ass too. We gonna put up 30 points on the Vikings. They gonna say, "Oh my God, the 49ers are for real." Man, don't talk about my squad. Talk about my squad.
And the secondary is improved. Raymond, you can call it right now. How many INTs is the boy Cousins go throw?
Cousins is all right. You gotta give Cousins a little bit of respect. That's why he got that money.
I do.
So I say he's gonna throw 1.5. He's gonna throw one. Man might drop it. You know, he's gonna be right there to him, but he's gonna throw one. He's gonna throw one. Because he's gonna have to adjust to them, just like Jimmy G. Jimmy G make mistakes. Everybody else gonna make mistakes.
That's right.
Against that defense.
And they ain't even.
Richard
Sherman ain't even on the field.
Else gonna make,
that's right.
Man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait until week one. I'm fired up. I'm looking at everybody, and I'm steady wearing my 49 stuff every day. And I always just because I got a bracelet. I got a bracelet that I wear just for that. Because if I got on different colors or something, and I see somebody with a football team on, I just stick my arm out on them. Look at it. You see that? Yeah, I know you see that. We coming for your ass because we not playing. We not playing. I cannot wait. They done cleared Reuben Foster. The NFL ain't even gonna give him that much of suspension. Watch. Because the NFL want the 49ers to win. That's why they put us on primetime. They're not about to suspend Reuben Foster that much.
If one game, I got a feeling it's going to be one game. Because they probably feel sorry for Reuben because that girl lied. And that means Goodell might be thinking, well, you know what, let me just... Because he should have sentenced him by now, Raymond.
Meek Mill's out here
What's he
talking
waiting
about
on?
all this unjustified... Man, this is perfect for Reuben, man. Meek Mill's out here talking about all this unjustified stuff going on, with all this unjustified sentences. Reuben about to slide right out through the cracks, and we about to whoop ass. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Raymond, we got to go.
Wait. I'm waiting for week one.
Everybody,
Ronbo, man,
I just want preseason.
You, man, you the best, man. You hold it down.
Thanks,
you hold it
Raymond.
down for the 49 fans, man, and I appreciate you for that.
Hey.
But as soon as the football season comes, I'm right back every day.
Hey, they'll be looking for you too, Raymond. And hey, enjoy that summer, man, because the sun's going to go away and the cold stuff's going to come in. You guys can go out as much as you used to, but, you know, summertime, keep going them cookouts, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Ronbo. But I
wish
just
you'd zoom in from the cookout.
Once a week, man.
All right.
At least once a week, man. You do this, man. You do this, man. You hold it down, but I'm going to live my life and live a little bit. But,
you got to.
You know, the season about to come around.
Yeah.
The season
you got to
coming
take
around.
the kids
when
anywhere.
The season come around, be ready.
Yeah.
Yep. The kids, they good. They good. My son just had a game the other day.
All right. Did he win?
Oh, no, he lost by 6, but that's good for him. But he had about 15s. You can't be as good as your team. You're only as good as your team. That's a good lesson for him.
True. True. Ain't that the truth? All right, fam. I look for you. All right.
All right, Ronbo, man. Keep it up. Go Niners, man. Shout out Heart Foundation, man.
Thanks, fam. All right. There's Raymond checking in out in VA, enjoying the summer. I'm supposed to enjoy the summer. I'm out of my mind. I can't let the 49ers go. I mean, you know, I'm sitting here watching to see what happens next every few minutes. As I say, I've watched the last 5 games. I'm embarrassed to tell you how many times I've watched. I get a kick out of watching. I start with Chicago. I go to Texas. Go to Titans. Man, I go to the Jacksonville game. I can't tell how many times I watch that because, you know, and the Rams. You know one thing? The Rams game actually bores me. The Rams in general bore me. Hey, it's C.M. Tyler.
Last time we played the Oakland Raiders on primetime, we won 44-10.
Yeah, I love it. Anytime we're beating the Raiders, I'm just, man.
History repeats itself.
Ooh, God, it
our
gets such a
jerseys
rush.
say it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, our black jerseys are not gone. I believe we can still use them.
I'm still using mine. I refuse to just throw it away. Come on.
Saying the players can still wear them, I think.
Tyler, your voice is really low. Are you using speakerphone or what's going on with your signal?
No, I'm not.
Okay. You know, you know what? Your black jersey could be like, it'll turn into a throwback in about 2 or 3 years. So, you know.
No, I'm saying I think they can still wear them because I saw in Madden 19, they still have them. They have our new white jerseys on there, and they have our. The NFL isn't getting rid of color rush completely. Like, it's just the Thursday nights aren't gonna have
insist
them
on it.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not going to be worn specifically on Thursday night.
Yeah, that was getting. It was
just
becoming
turned
a
into
worn
alternate.
out concept anyway. It isn't necessary that everybody come out there with these weird colored uniforms. So and we were the only. I think we were the only team in the league that had a colored uniform that you could actually appreciate. I mean, who was out with that bright orange? Was that the Broncos? Yeah, that looked nasty. A lot of them look really ridiculous.
The Dolphins had orange too.
Oh, and the Steelers. I mean, the whole organization will be placed under arrest for that uniform. That is yuck. God, B stripes. Yeah. Oh no.
That wasn't their color rush. They've had those, but those are garbage.
Oh, God.
It
anyway,
is.
I guess Steelers say we got 6 rings. You guys can just. All right, fine. Wear them ugly uniforms.
It's like, shut up, man. We're going to have 6 by the end of the season, so I don't want to hear anything.
Here you go.
February 3rd, man. February 3rd, 2019.
There you go. And Tyler, is Joshua Garnett going to still be on the team at that time?
He'll be on the team, but he ain't. I don't think he's starting now.
No, it doesn't look good, does it? I still
got to
understand.
have a good backup.
Yeah. The 49ers are always full of surprises, though. That's really interesting what they do. And they strike suddenly. Whenever they do anything, you're just like, whoa. There's no leaks. There's no clues. Although there was a little clue that Thompson got that extension, and a couple of days before that, they were saying things about Joshua Garnett being thrown out. I says, why is Joshua Garnett coming under attack? They're not even practicing right now. But, whoa, I guess somebody knew something.
$18 million in 3 years doesn't just come from nothing. Obviously, it's like anything. Like you can't have nothing come. I mean, you can't have something come from nothing. So obviously, he's showing them something in camp that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was the worst thing last year. I think it was Zane Beatles and Trent Brown blowing a lot of plays. Honestly,
I know Trent was good at protecting most of the time, but don't run behind Trent. And he really could have been good.
When he missed bad.
Yeah. Yeah, he's taking them shots where it's either completely to kill the guy or the guy gets right by him. And if people watch film on him, like they did, they know what kind of move to put on him and watch him do that. Because he's too big to recover.
When you posted that video whenever he got beat against the Bears, that dude just ran right by him. Like, he didn't even try to – Trent tried to just, like – he got up to pass protect, and he started running forward. He didn't look at the guy. But,
That's why I quit after that game. And I guess he was claiming, like, I was worried about my shoulder. Which shoulder was it that – wasn't that his left shoulder that he was leaning in on that guy got by? Which shoulder got hurt?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I can't remember. But,
well, anyway.
I want to tell you something. My football coach for my high school, he said he got invited to coach for the state shrine game, and they picked 3 coaches. They picked one they picked 2 coaches that have already had success, I think, that have won state titles, and then they pick one coach that's in an uprising program or a program that's coming up that's going to be good soon. Well, they picked him because our program's on the rise, and he said we have all these expectations when we haven't really done anything yet. And then I got to think about that. I'm like, that's exactly like the 49ers. Like, we got all these expectations now, and we haven't really done too much yet. But whenever I practice and everything, it's like, this is exciting. We're not worried about the expectations at all.
Mm.
So the 49ers are not worried about that. If that's what you guys think,
Yeah,
they're not. Even if they're paying attention to it, they don't care. They're having fun, and they're getting the job done.
That's right. And it's going to be interesting to see. If I tell you, if we get past Minnesota, it's going to be very interesting because the 49ers, they're already sky high and confident. That's how you win those 8, 9, 10 games in a row.
Man, if we beat Minnesota, it's over. We're winning the Super Bowl. There's nothing else is in our way.
It's true.
That's it.
I feel the same
it's
way.
Over.
Except for
it's
the
over.
Chargers.
Yeah, but
when we get past the Chargers, I'm going to be the happiest man in the world because I said, Jesus Christ, that defense is, God, Jesus, man, they're tough.
Just imagine if we beat that first part of our schedule. Like, say, I'm not saying it's likely, but what if we won like 8 straight and Jimmy beats Big Ben's record for 15 straight wins?
Oh. Hey, by the way, Tyler, if we win the first 8 games, the second half of the schedule is even softer, and it's more convenient. We're at home a lot. We don't travel long distances. 49ers, if they get to the first 8, look out. Something could be up.
Yeah, exactly.
They could go. They could run the board.
That's it. Something like that happens, it's game over. And I want to tell you something. Aaron Rodgers, everything happens for a reason. That's why we have Jimmy Garoppolo now. But I'm saying Aaron Rodgers grew up a 49ers fan too. So I think it's something about great quarterbacks or greatness in general has something to do with the 49ers. Because Tom Brady was a 49ers fan. Aaron Rodgers is a 49ers fan. Joe Montana is all-time great. Played for the 49ers. So was Steve Young. So was Jerry Rice. All these great people, great players, whatever, have something to do with the 49ers or other.
Damn. There's something magic about that red and gold rainbow. You know, because I tell you, man, what we're seeing form now, people don't understand. If you look closely at the elements, just like Raymond and I were talking about the defense, Jimmy G's trying to see through the trees. I'm kind of amused by that because the 49ers defense, nobody's giving them any love right now because, you know, everybody's anticipating a 49er offense is just crazy good. Watch the defense shine this year. That's
exactly, because everything is headed in the right direction completely in a massive way that nobody expects or understands but us. But when you look at it, we had Akella Witherspoon and Dante Johnson. Well, I'm pretty sure Richard Sherman's a big upgrade over Dante Johnson.
Dude.
So that'll be a big deal right there. You go from the worst to one of the best. That's going to be a big deal right there.
Yep.
We're going to have more time to get home and kill the quarterback. And we also got a new pass rush specialist coach who's been coaching them up. And if Solomon Thomas breaks out this year and gets like 10 sacks, it's over. It is over.
Solomon
Super Bowl
Thomas
bound. That is it.
Oh, that would definitely be a big problem for any team.
Robert Saleh already said he's playing inside this year, where his strength is at. So
well, he's going to play 3 downs out there, but he's not going to. They're going to put a specialist in on the obvious passing situations. But Eric Armstead should look good at that big end as well. I got a feeling this is it. They're not having to learn a new system. Just go, guys. You know what you're doing. Go. Play fast.
Yeah,
let's go.
We got so many elite. We got so many guys that are gonna be elite that haven't been that yet. Like you posted that thing. It's like, oh, who's gonna be the Pro Bowlers? It's like, well, hopefully a bunch of guys will make it, but they're not going to have time to be playing the Pro Bowl when they're in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
I should have specifically said on that post, who's going to get nominated for the Pro Bowl, not who's going to the Pro Bowl. Everybody, nobody, because we're going to the Super Bowl. Here we go. I made a mistake. Okay.
Man, Jimmy G is gonna be that guy that if we don't make it to the Super Bowl and he gets invited to the Pro Bowl, he'll be like, nope, not doing the Pro Bowl. Sorry.
Yeah. And Kyle would tell him to
I'm
get
going
it
home
anyway.
and watching film.
Yeah.
It's
okay to get
like,
nominated.
He'll be like, me and Kyle are going up to the facility and watching film, figuring out what we did wrong so that we can fix it for next year.
And Richard Sherman will already be in the film room waiting for him anyway, because I understand Sherman goes over film over and over and over and over.
No, the whole entire team, we'll have so many players that get invited to the Pro Bowl, but everybody's like, nope. We're having a big film session. We're breaking up into our group, and we're figuring out what we did wrong.
Guys, the season's over. What are you talking about? We're getting ready for next season because we're done with mediocrity.
There is no off season.
Yeah,
we're
figuring losing the NFC Championship is mediocrity. We don't, as Jed York says, we don't hang banners. We only take trophies. We win championships.
we hold ourselves to. Richard Sherman and Jimmy Garoppolo and everybody else can be like, we hold ourselves to a standard.
Damn right. And standards, don't be getting excited about winning conference championships. We win titles.
It means nothing if you don't win the Super Bowl. I don't care if you get a conference champion's ring or not. You didn't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And you know what? I want to say one thing. If I would start a franchise around any quarterback, first I pick Jimmy Garoppolo, second I'm picking Carson Wentz, and third I'm picking Deshaun Watson. But I look at it like this: Carson Wentz, like he's very unselfish. He got injured. Nick Foles takes his team to a Super Bowl, and after they win the NFC title, he's not over here like, I wish that was me. He's over here high-fiving Nick Foles, telling him how awesome he is.
Good.
That's a good teammate right there. You know what I mean?
I like it. He never showed any, right. There was never no envy, nothing. He's just looking for his chance to get back out there and do it again. You know?
Exactly. So, Carson will have that opportunity next year, but he's not. Like, I saw this thing. It said, what if this guy commented on this thing and said the Bears are going to the Super Bowl? Now, for one thing, you know, I said, I'm not going to be the person that's going to say they can't, because I saw the Jaguars go from a joke to the AFC title, and I saw the Eagles go from 7-9 to a Super Bowl victory with the backup quarterback.
Hey,
so I'm not going to say they can't. And then, and then he said, well, I said, I'm not going to be the one saying they can't do that. But, you know, I said, one thing I said, though, is they got to get through us.
Yeah. And you should. Tom, I'm going to tell you what, let me see you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, bro. Have a good night. Tyler with good stuff. Let us check and see who else it'll be.
Dropping the pipe bomb.
Oh, I forgot about it. He's got to drop his pipe bomb. All right, go ahead. Robert Curatolo. Is that Curatolo? Right? Did I do that right, Robert? He says, ask Ronbo who he thinks the best team to beat, and did I ever play football? Yeah, of course. You know, everybody tries to play football. You know, you remember like in the summer, you first get to high school, you're in 9th grade, all your friends, hey, you go to football? Because it's so exciting to come out of junior high, because like they get twice a days. Who's the manly man already? What are you, 14, 15? Yeah, of course. I can. Man. 9th grade, that was tough, though. But there was no way I was going to give it up. Early in the morning and in the middle of the afternoon. All right, come on, you women. Let's go. That's what we do. Move, 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 move. All right. Coaches, you learn what barking is. You forget about the language. You're ah! 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 No, they were trying to teach you attitude, right? But yeah, that was fun. High school. JC, I ain't going any further than that. It was tough. It was fun. There's nothing like hitting people as hard as you can. I was a DB. You know, you go both ways when you're in high school. I'll never forget that time I tried to play wide receiver. I'll never forget the pain. Another day of that story. Anyway, the team to beat. Vikings, all right? Get past the Vikings and everybody else becomes easier, because the Vikings, the defense can be a little tough. I wonder if Kirk Cousins is going to be, this is the perfect situation for him. I want to see if he's actually going to be able to deliver, because that's going to be a really big test for the 49ers for a lot of reasons. Because the 49ers win that game, the 49ers are going to have it convinced. They probably already think that way now, but they will be beyond believing in themselves if they beat the Vikings, and they know they got something going on. And look out then. Oh, look out. They'll think nobody has a right to beat them then. And Wild Bill likes Armstead too. The Armstead Club. We don't have a lot of members. I mean, people do not like Eric. I like Eric. I just think he just can't. Eric just gets hurt. But he was coming, like Robert Saleh said last year, before he got hurt, he was getting it. He was getting better and better and better. Just needs time in the same defense. Stop switching defenses every year, and you're going to get players that finally progress in the system. So this is why I'm excited about this year. Hey! Salinas, California, Main Street Drag, Salinas High School, Alisal High School, North High, Hartnell JC. Yeah! I have great memories of Salinas High. Man. And I tell you what, they say the Mission in San Francisco has baked burritos. I got to tell you, Salinas has got several places that got some dominant burritos. Yeah, Jesus my King. Yes. Yeah, married. Yeah. So, everything else is. But I noticed one thing about you guys. There's a thing about Asian women here I notice. You guys really do like the Asian girl, huh? Nothing wrong with that. Asian girls are hot. But you guys make a big deal out of every time. And I saw the menu. Did I see somebody was talking about lumpia? So you like the Filipina, huh? All right. Jesus my King, how old? I get that a lot. We should have a contest. And if you guess right, which I'll probably never tell you, we'll set you up with Jock in his suite for the 49er game. I'm just kidding. East Market Street, Salinas. Yes. Oh, man. Hey, are we done? Hey, guys, I guess we finished. J-Run says gummy bears more durable than I. That's cold. Gummy bears are more durable than Eric Armstead. That's cold. 49ers and Rockets Rider. In Super Bowl 53, it's going to be San Francisco 49ers and the TT Titans. My prediction? Yeah. Well, tell you what, guys. I'm going to go ahead because we've been here a long time, huh? Oh, wait a minute. I was right. He loves Asian women. Join the I'm trying to remember the last guy that said he doesn't like Asian women. I mean, it's kind of who does that? So, Latino girls are not bad either. I'm telling you. And also, actually try to think of women that you don't like. I mean, really. I mean, everybody picks out their fetish, but I mean, come on. They're all special, all right? And with that said, hey, guys, I'll be looking for you tomorrow. Oh, Monday Night Raw. Later!